All right.
Alright, welcome back to MJPL, the Mob Jazz's Premier League dedicated pod. My name is Melvin, United fan.
Melvin, United fan. Barry Bean, the Stratford end. Next to where Pogba buried the hyena. That's where I'll be buried.
Next to where Pogba buried
Sydney
the
Chelsea fan.
Ronnie, Arsenal fan.
Let's go. Today you guys survived, man. We're going to be purely United and Arsenal panel, but
Man, who invited this guy?
Relax.
listen, bro. This guy forced his way in, man.
I can leave.
Yeah, man. But this is week 4. A lot to talk about, man. But obviously, the biggest game, United versus Arsenal, is gonna be lit. But before we get into that, just want to remind you guys about the MJPL Fantasy League. Still available for guys to join. I think we have only a couple of slots left. I think it will be full by like match week 6. So yeah, join. Guys who are complaining about DMs, I feel like we're doing a better job with that. Yeah, so MJPL. Secondly, we're still open for sponsors. Bro, I'm looking for a jersey sponsor, you guys. I don't know how many times I can wear this one jersey.
Bro, it's
We're
not
running
your
out of
Friday
chances.
uniform, bro.
Before I started this thing, I'd only worn this jersey maybe like thrice. But in the last
now you
3
feel
weeks,
like you're
I've only
overcome.
Just asking for what time you get.
I have 38 weeks left. Honestly, we need a jersey sponsor.
Get a Ugandan jersey now. That's neutral.
He has to
Also,
represent his colours.
I don't want to get a new United jersey because I don't know what these guys are going to do this season. I don't buy the new jerseys until we win something significant. I don't buy their jerseys. So, bro, I need a chance, bro. I need a guy to get me another thing like this, bro. So I need a bunch of retro
You can
jerseys.
buy a jersey for a team with no identity.
Hell no,
That's
bro.
the
I'm
problem.
going to buy AIG. I'm going to buy what was our last trophy? AON. I'll get AON.
AON sponsor us somehow.
So Carabao Cup means nothing to you.
That is not a trophy, bro. And I found out they pay us 160k, you guys. That's less than they pay Luke Shaw. Okay, listen. Today we're going to change the format of our pod a bit. Yeah, and we're going to do a more topical pod. And our first topic, obviously, is transfer deadline day.
Deadline day, man.
But I think we should just talk about transfer deadline week, bro. What are big transfers this week? What do you guys want to talk about? Obviously, the first one is Ansu Fati because me, I had not seen that one coming at all, bro.
He was actually on his way to. He was linked with Tottenham. Then Brighton came into the picture, and it happened so quick. And I don't know. I think it's a good move for him at the end of the day because he hadn't cemented his spot in the Barcelona team last season. He spent majority of the season on bench. He needed to go somewhere where he can get those first team minutes. And under De Zerbi, he's a good coach. I think he'll get the best out of him. I think he'll get that spot on the right wing. I think he'll do well at Brighton.
Definitely not Mitoma, so it has to be right wing.
Only match?
Solely match, probably. But probably not immediately, but as the season goes on, he'll get his spot.
The thing is, he's also very injury prone. Eh? So I think it's a good move for him, but I will say Brighton might be like the second best run club in the Premier League, you guys.
Yeah.
Only after City for
Their
me.
recruiting system is too crazy, man. Those guys are in South America. They have scouts everywhere.
They recruited some bad boys this
their
season.
recruiting system is crazy. And he's on loan, isn't he?
Yeah, it's a loan deal.
So, yeah, he's those guys. Them and Aston Villa.
Those guys are cooking.
But yeah.
West Ham.
West Ham should be higher than they are, man. They gave them a free stadium. What?
Actually, yeah.
But you guys know the kid who was forced Fati out of Barcelona.
Lamina
There's a 16-year-old kid playing first team minutes in Barcelona.
Really?
But he's good.
Yeah, it's called Lamine Yamal.
Yeah,
It's just 16, turned
That's the guy they
16 this
signed.
year. No,
He has been there.
he has been there. There are clips of him like just 3 years ago, and he really looked like a child. And even
Still looks like a child.
yeah, he still looks
Again,
like a child. I wonder how he handles himself in a dressing room full of all those mature guys.
Those guys
But he's already doing things. He's the youngest player to have an assist this century in La Liga. He had an assist on the weekend.
Brighton have
He's a very good
Mitoma.
kid, man.
Mitoma, Solimat, the legend Welbeck.
The legend Welbeck.
Then they have Party.
Don't kill
They
me.
signed the Hood.
Yeah.
The Hood was a bro. Those guys, they're signing.
And they've collected.
They have the Hood. They have who else did they sign?
Who's
They
the
signed-
hood, bro?
He was in Dortmund.
Bad,
He's a
bad,
central
bad,
mid-
bad.
something
He's
like
a
central
baller.
midfielder.
He's a baller. Yeah. I couldn't even believe that he went to Brighton. I was like, the Hood is in Brighton.
And even their sales, just Chelsea
Yeah.
alone, apparently have collected around 200 million.
Who was that?
Robert
Cucurella?
Sanchez,
First of all,
Cucurella, Potter,
Yeah.
200 million is
Caicedo.
little. Let's not even talk about it.
Oh,
Little how? Little how? What's wrong with you guys?
Relax.
There's something wrong with
We
your
have
team, but you
money.
guys
We have
are
money.
He
cleaning
touched a
money.
billion. Just,
These guys are
just
cleaning
yesterday.
cash.
He touched
Bro,
a billion.
it killed me when they said we spent like 50M on Graham Potter and his team, bro. Okay, 50 might be a stretch, but
no,
it was a
first of
crazy
all,
amount.
you had to buy him from Brighton. You had to pay.
Mhm.
Then also when you sacked him, just a few
But
months
you're
later,
talking about only one man. He came with a team.
yeah,
They were like
came,
4 guys, bro.
I think they even
Brighton.
kept one guy to save costs.
Actually-
that Bruno guy.
We might be the ones funding Brighton's activities.
Literally, but that's why they're cooking like
You
this.
guys have given them more money than their stadium is worth. You know
Honestly.
that?
Honestly.
I think
We
United had some business today. I think you're the busiest out of
Yeah,
all
bro.
of us on deadline.
Big day
day.
for us, man. Big day for us.
Let me
I
even
think
take
that
a
they've
sip
over. I better speak before Melbourne. Melbourne has too much to
Before I
say.
start,
So me, I'll be like that. I'll be the voice of reason, the positive voice. Melbourne will come and trash everything I just say. But listen, man. I think obviously I think our biggest piece of business is Sofia and Amrabat. That one
Confirmed
has
yet?
been. It's confirmed. Yeah,
Yeah.
it has been here we go.
Here
bro.
we go.
Yeah, that thing has taken longer than it should have. We're 4 weeks into the season, so a lot of time has been lost. But I mean, that guy is in now, so hopefully he makes a bit of a difference. He's coming into a. No, we bought him, right?
But
Yeah,
we've bought
Is
him.
he on loan or?
No,
I
I think
think
it's a full
it's-
transfer.
I think it's a full
Yeah,
transfer.
I think
I
it
was
be
yet to check.
permanent. Yeah. It must be.
Yeah, I think he's walking into a very high pressure role. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on him. But I don't know, man. Maybe he's the type of guy who can handle that. He's a captain of the Monaco team. Morocco team, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'll say this. While Brighton is a well-run club,
United is not.
United.
We are top 3 worst this season. Worst transfer window
'cause,
since
like,
David
Really?
Moyes.
Fast land.
Really?
Fast land.
Let's
Why you guys
let him
land?
land.
Anyway,
This guy came to run.
man.
I tell you to run.
So I think Amrabat is good business. I saw that we also got Reguilon. Do we get him yet, or we're trying to get him?
Yeah, it's
we got him. Reguilon was a bit confusing.
I have a take on that one.
Reguilon's a bit confusing. I know that we wanted him before. And
Before
he
he
carved
joined
us.
Spurs,
Yeah, he
yeah,
carved
yeah.
us and went to Spurs. And it was a very like progressing. And then at the last minute,
Tottenham.
Spurs swooped
How
him.
can you sign Spurs
Hey, let him
ex-girlfriend?
land.
How? How can you sign an ex-girlfriend? Tell me.
Yeah, man.
You know, United.
So,
sorry.
Reguilon in. There's another guy we signed midweek.
The keeper.
No, he's a midfielder.
The keeper for 4 million.
Bayandir or some shit like that.
See, we don't even know who it is.
Who's
That's
that?
imagine. That's
the guy
how.
we
That's
signed?
how. He's a.
You signed a
stupid
midfielder.
keeper
Yeah,
that
a
we don't
midfielder.
need,
Bro.
man.
Why the keeper or midfielder?
You
It's
signed a keeper. That's what I
Hey.
know.
And we paid money for him. That's
A
what I
keeper
don't
from
understand.
the Turkish league, Fenerbahce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We signed a
Oh, man, I thought he
keeper.
was a midfielder.
I saw highlights of
We
that
also wanted to
keeper.
send
He makes a lot of mistakes.
No, but that's the same thing that Doug said last week, bro. There's just a one clip reel that's going
Yeah,
around.
it was actually his retweets that I saw. There was
But
a
why are we signing?
fail
a keeper?
comp of him.
My point is, why are we signing a keeper? Sure.
You don't have a backup
You
keeper.
tell me. In the history of watching football, I've never seen a team signing 2 keepers in one transfer window. For me, I've never seen that.
But at the same time,
Why?
you've sold two.
Why? But the question
Sorry,
is,
you've got to
why? Why? We should
do we get rid of them?
focus on our
Oh, yeah,
on
this
the
guy's
team,
a-
on the midfield. Why are
this
we
guy's a
signing
keeper.
2 keepers? Why are we doing business with 2 keepers yet we are
Bindier.
fighting defensive
You're okay
midfield,
with-
we're fighting
with-
wingers, we're
kills
fighting
me.
strikers? Why are we signing 2 keepers in one transfer
But
window?
number-wise, I feel like you guys have bought players who,
Nothing.
like, you've filled in the positions. Quality-wise, I'm not so sure. But you've signed a striker. You've signed 2 midfielders. You've signed a keeper.
Do you know when
You've signed the left back.
Rasmus is coming back?
This weekend,
They've said
apparently.
he's going to be available for the weekend game against Arsenal. So he'll probably make his debut as a sub or something.
We still don't
This
have
has not
his,
been the greatest.
Alvin has his.
transfer
Alvin
season,
asked
man.
for his CV last time. Where is
We
his
have
CV?
no idea, bro.
We don't know
Oh,
what
no
we're
idea.
getting. He's coming back,
Hoyland.
but to
Hoyland,
what?
yeah.
What are you getting? That's my
eight goals
point.
and like 9 assists last season. I guess.
Some United fans are actually coming for Ten Hag's talent ID. Apparently, only buys guys from like the Dutch league. There's nothing creative in the signings United makes.
I told you this is the worst transfer window I've watched since David Moyes signed Fellaini.
I feel like I also heard like yesterday you guys refused a new bid for Maguire or something. Was it Maguire or Scott?
Tells
Something
me
like that.
any transfer window we've had since Moyes, all these other given Van Gaal, even if they came and did shit, they signed at least they signed some players.
What are your thoughts on Mount?
Oh my god! Hey. First of all, Mason Valley.
That's what Melvo calls him. He was Chelsea Player of the Season in 21-22.
Twice.
Yeah.
In a row, by the way.
And then he all of a sudden had a poor season last season.
Chelsea's player of the
Yes.
did what?
2 seasons in a row, bro. When they won the Champions
League season and the one before when we ended third.
Yeah.
I've refused.
I've refused. But this is my take. Mount is just low on confidence, bro. But I think he can come back. I just don't think he should be starting.
First, I think we need to
He's
understand.
Injured
what
at the moment.
That's what I think. What do we need?
We've
been fighting for a CDM since Fred and McTominay. We've been fighting. We need a CDM. United need a CDM. We sold Casemiro. We need a CDM. We signed a 30-year-old Casemiro. This window, we've been given $200 million, £200 million pounds. We go and we sign Mason Mount and we start playing him in CDM. Does that make any sense? But Mason Mount plays on the wing for England. You're playing him in CDM.
You signed Amrabat today. He plays CDM and CM at the same time.
At least Amrabat, yeah, that's fine. But
I feel like United was struggling at the beginning of the season because of that. Mount and Bruno playing as 8s. Like I watched the game against Wolves. Fine, you got a keeper who can play out from the back, who's comfortable with his feet, but they would pass the ball back to him, and then all of a sudden, Casemiro is alone in the midfield. Mount and Bruno have left him there alone, so Casemiro looks poor in the game, but they have left him alone to deal with.
Mount's initial position is not even an 8; he's a 10.
Yes.
Naturally.
Yeah.
So playing him.
Even as an 8 is
even
too
as
much.
An 8,
yes.
You already put him out of his comfort zone.
I agree.
Now,
but like they brought him to play that number.
I guess he has like an advanced 8, I guess.
Yes,
with like Bruno.
I've concluded that
it's a weird one.
They want to force their philosophy, even if it doesn't make sense, because they want to make it. They just don't want to just play. Just do what you need to do. You don't need to play Mount there. Like we.
But he's currently injured. Maybe you're going to see how the team looks without.
Yeah, I think
Mount.
that's a blessing.
Yeah, I
don't think it's a blessing though, because I feel like Eriksen as well can be outrun in the midfield.
60 million for you, and you've played 3 games, and you're injured.
No, injuries are part of football. Timber got an ACL on his Premier League debut.
We're gonna get to how guys played last week, but on first finish signings. Who else? Kudos to West Ham. I think West Ham have actually done very good business. At first, guys were trolling. Even me, I was like, how are they going to use the money they got for Declan Rice? But they have used that shit, bro. They have signed 2 midfielders, Alvarez and Ward-Prowse. Those are 2. And Kudus. That's a very good midfield rebuild on their side. And I don't know who else they're bought, but right now they have 7 points from 3 games. I think they're in the top 2. So they're having one of the best windows in the. I think they even wanted Maguire, but I think that ended and they signed the Greek centre back, Mavropanos. Yeah, they've added that their team. I think
the Mavropanos from Arsenal.
Yes. He was in the Bundesliga, but now he's at West Ham. So West Ham is a hard team. They already showed Chelsea.
Something special, man. Something special.
I expected that, and I didn't lie. I
expected it.
So West Ham have done good business.
The worst thing is that we have like tips. That's
no.
Worst part, bro.
I have to jazz.
We have tips from before that.
I have to jazz. Like I can't say Chelsea is going to lose, even if we're playing.
Unless Paqueta goes to prison.
There's also
I was about to say but if Paqueta goes to prison.
Is that?
No,
but
he's over.
I feel like at this point in the top 10, there's no weak team. None, bro.
Yeah.
You know, Brighton has strengthened, West Ham, Aston Villa, Newcastle has strengthened. I mean, Previous results have been against them, but Newcastle looks good. That's the truth.
Newcastle have actually done well in the transfer window. Tonali and
That's a baller.
Harvey Barnes, though he hasn't yet gotten into the starting 11. That's good business. Gordon was signed in
that was
Jan,
right?
Yeah. Now he's being integrated.
He's blending.
Into the
Yeah. And Chelsea wanted Gordon. But at that time, Chelsea fans were like, why are interested in this guy?
Oh, they also signed Livramento.
Oh, Livramento.
That's a good player.
Signing, man.
But you see, that's the thing. Gordon was wanted at 60 million because it's Chelsea. I also don't see
how much these guys get him for.
I'm not sure. I think around 40 or something. 40. Yeah.
Oh, Liverpool is signing. What's his name?
Gravenberg. Yeah.
That's a done player.
Already signed.
Yeah, good player.
They did it yesterday. He's a good player.
It's because they signed who? Paulinia.
Bayern, yeah.
When?
Yes, also
Today.
Paulinia.
One of those deals.
80 million.
80 million.
Yeah.
Done deal.
Yeah, done.
Yeah.
He's already in Bayern.
Yeah, it always looked like Paulinia was going to get a move because he had a very good season last season.
He shouldn't have
And he
been.
started the
following.
season on fire.
Yeah. And Bayern were always looking for a CDM. They're interested in Rice, but they couldn't.
Something special to you guys last week.
Oh,
something special.
I think they gave him man of the match.
I'll tell you this though. That CDM role, there are not many of that mold in the world right now.
Yeah.
And that's why they are going for such prices. 80 million for Paulinia. 150 for Caicedo.
I hear pundits saying that
Rice.
for 80 million, you should be getting goals, assists. 80 million shouldn't belong to a midfielder. But a midfielder can have a real impact on the team.
Yeah.
Like even just as an Arsenal fan, like those Patrick Vieira days, in today's market, he's worth that more than 80.
The market has changed, and I feel like that's what a lot of those analysts don't get. And we are not professional analysts.
Of course.
But like the market has changed.
Yeah.
And it's okay for a guy to cost 100 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
But Anthony spoiled the market for wingers.
Anthony has a role, you guys. You need to understand that Anthony has a role.
What's his role?
I can't believe you
What's
rant
his role?
about United signings and go ahead to
never
defend
rant about
Anthony.
That first of all, last season we used to play on the counter. Anthony was meant to make runs. All that stuff he does is just extra. He's meant to make runs, take defenders off. That's why Rashford could score the goals he scored last season. People don't look at that. Rashford was able to score those goals because of Anthony's runs. All those. Remember City's game? City United when we won. When Rashford scored, when we scored in that was Anthony's run. No one sees that.
This is the thing.
People think he's supposed to score 20 goals.
We've not refused. First of all,
He's there to
it's crazy to have a counter-attacking team without a solid midfield. Let's start with that. It's crazy.
We had a solid midfield last season. Our midfield was solid. It was just because of injuries. It's because of Eriksen went out. Casemiro had 7 red cards in 7 days. I don't know, you can get a red card when you have a red card already.
I get a red card without playing.
He wasn't playing. And then
How old is Casemiro now?
He's 31.
Above
31.
30. But when we were playing, we were solid. We were there. Guys are making moves.
But I won't lie. Fine. What's his name? Anthony has a role.
He has a role.
We need
That's
more
why
though.
Ten Hag
But he's
plays.
one-dimensional. A Manchester United quality
So many
winger
players
should.
are one-dimensional. Robin was one-dimensional.
And he gave us
Giggs
results.
was
man.
one-dimensional. Valencia was one-dimensional. Valencia, how many goals did Valencia have for United? How many?
I wouldn't
Barely.
know.
Nothing. But
Barely.
he played every single game. They even gave him shot number 7. They gave him shot number 7. So being one-dimensional is it's a role. They brought him because they know he's going to do this. He's not supposed to score 20 goals a season. He's there to help Rashford. Now this Rasmus Toilet, whatever his name is, the guys.
Yo, you to get a guy like this before you've seen him play. It's so crazy.
It's so crazy to me,
for
man.
I tell you, I can see this shit because I'm tired of it.
Who did you want?
10 years straight. Hurricane. Bring Hurricane and he scores first goals because we know he's going to score goals.
Yeah, but
He has
Spurs,
3
Spurs
games.
was
But
never
this
going
shit
to
of
allow
I'm
that.
injured, then I
Yeah,
come
Spurs
back,
wasn't
then
going
I
to
come,
allow.
I score 10 goals, then I go back. Martial was
Rasmus
can I swear on
Toilet
this
is too
podcast?
That's a solid slander name.
Yo, Martial came here with Ballon d'Or clauses in his contract, and now what has he done? Guys are hitting on him 3 years later.
What if Højlund is a reverse? He has no Ballon d'Or
I
clause.
feel like we
You guys see that
shouldn't
United
judge the
offered-
Højlund signing until we see him.
Do you guys see United offered Martial
We've
to
seen him.
Madrid?
Yeah.
Madrid.
Yeah,
What happened?
15M.
What happened?
Madrid has
happened.
no cheat allowed, bro.
Like that's today's news.
No, that was earlier this week.
You can't sign a,
Though our Madrid, I feel like they still need one more
can't sign
player
a
in front
one-legged
there, so-
player, man. How?
But anyway,
Wasting
me,
our time.
I still think, in my opinion, I
should-
feel like
should even
Anthony
move on
needs to
from
give us
United.
more.
Yeah, he
Like,
needs to give us
Even
more.
if he has a role, the runs and
But
everything,
it's his first season.
he's a whole winger.
It was his first season.
Yeah, and that's how people judge people nowadays. Guys are not people are not patient enough nowadays. Look at Mount. He has played 3 games.
You know
Guys
what?
have moved on from him.
Mourinho told us about football heritage. That's what you need to understand. When you sign a player, it's not
Like-
for that season.
Like,
Sorry, when you sign a player, it's not for that season. It's for 3 years in advance. We talked about all the players you sign are for the future. That's why even Chelsea, you don't expect all those guys to show up this
Definitely.
season. They are going
so
to show up.
give Mount and
3
Hoyland a chance. The same chance you're giving Anthony.
No, the problem with that is we've had the same problem for 7 years. It's not like it didn't happen last season that we lost a striker. We've not had a striker since Rooney left, since Van Persie left. So it's not like we've been signing strikers and we are signing shit strikers every season.
Bro, me actually don't know what
Every
striker we've signed.
season.
you guys.
We
like
sold Lukaku.
like an outright
we
striker. We haven't signed anyone. bro.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's
Oh,
my
we got
point.
Lukaku and
got
sold him
Lukaku
after
and
one
sold
season.
him,
Yet he was
bro.
scoring goals, bro.
It's not
We
making
sold
any
him because
sense.
guys were hating.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just because. That's why this Hoyland guy, I can never give him his
On that note,
flowers.
Lukaku was
Let him
thrown on
score
the-
30
Yeah,
goals
Lukaku
for
was a
3
trauma.
seasons. Then we shall.
One season is not enough.
No, 3 seasons, 30 goals, then we shall talk. That's what I'm used to as a United fan.
I
I
hear
cannot.
hear you.
You can score 9 goals and guys are saying you had a good season. When people have Hurricane, man.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
you
But
can't.
the Hurricane deal was never going to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spurs
Yeah.
Daniel
never
Levy
went all
is,
Yeah.
is too hard
His
to
team is-
negotiate with.
Yeah.
I don't think United would have gotten Kane.
You
Maybe
guys
what's the Brighton striker Ferguson. I
Ferguson
feel
is a good player.
I feel like that would be
But I also
something
feel like you see those guys.
United could have invested
I'm not
in.
too sure because I feel like Man United spotlight is different.
too
Like the
crazy.
pressure when you get there.
Too crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I see what
That's
you're saying
true.
with Anthony, but
Yeah.
like still the pressure on
Yeah,
Anthony
it's-
to deliver.
That's true.
Once you get to
To be
United,
fair, Anthony doesn't strike me as the type of player who is struggling because of pressure, bro.
Mm.
That guy just gets on the pitch and does what he wants.
that's
And me, I like that about him. It really pays off in
That's
the
true.
right games.
But he's also in a
But-
team that's being built.
That's true.
Yeah. So
But also, I feel
Yeah.
like the media has a lot to it has influenced a lot of. For example, that game where Anthony did that Katan, and it became a
and it
thing.
became a
you
topic.
Get. I was
Yeah,
like,
guys
let
had
that
it.
guy cook.
Yeah, I mean, he was cooking.
He
bro.
wasn't cooking shit. He was on the
game.
wing doing, wasting
We
our
were
time.
winning. We were winning that
That's how
game.
guys dance.
It was a Europa League game, I think.
That's how
Yeah.
they-
I think we were winning that game.
That's how guys dance at Kush.
You guys want to talk about City?
City.
Those are guys who know how to sign strikers. Go
City.
from Maguro to
City.
Haaland.
City, I think they've done good business in terms of like keeping the
core
core of the team.
Kovacic is doing well for them.
Yeah,
In the
Kovacic
few games he has
is
played.
gaining his form, and
Yeah.
they've added some pace to the team in Doku.
Sold
From-
Cole Palmer to Chelsea.
Yeah,
40.
40
That
plus.
was a
40 plus
sale,
5.
not a loan.
Yeah,
That was a sale, not a
Yeah.
loan.
yeah, it was a sale.
What do you guys think of
It was
that?
a very good
Matthias
deal
Nunes.
for
who?
Man City.
For City?
Yeah, even for Chelsea, I think time will tell. But on City's side, it was a no-brainer.
40 million is
Yeah.
a crazy amount.
Yeah.
Good business on their part.
Yeah.
And you don't think they really needed him? Because he was balling out this
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
He started by
But-
balling.
But it's
But there's no
City,
place
man.
for him on the team right now.
It's
I think there's no starting place for him, and City were willing to forego that backup role of his, because I feel like in wide areas now they've signed Doku. They can use Foden out wide. They can use Grealish on the left.
and the truth is
Bernardo can also play on the
City
right.
has such a good system. Whoever plays in that position
Yeah.
will still do well. That's the thing about City.
They signed Matthias Nunes.
They
That's
signed
the
Matthias
smartest
Nunes
from
signing
Wolves.
I've ever seen.
Very good midfielder.
Guardiola knows what.
City is still
Bro,
balling,
he has
man.
Rodri, Matthias Nunes, and Calvin Phillips hasn't even touched the field, and England have already called him up.
That's
They called
still
him
wild
up
to me, though.
yesterday.
I don't think they should
Because
be
he's
calling
a
him up, though.
Oh,
I don't think they should be calling up a player like Calvin Phillips.
And Maguire.
Some players are working their ass off
Yeah.
to
To
get
be in
into
that
that
team.
squad, like Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse should be in the
That's
squad.
also what I was saying. They have a Ward-Prowse already. They don't need a Ward-Prowse. England have a Ward-Prowse. They have 3 Ward-Prowse. They have Foden. They can play Maddison. They can play Gallagher. They can play all. But Calvin Phillips, by the way, Calvin Phillips, I think, is a player who hasn't shown his potential yet because First of all, he's very young, and he's just, Guardiola is that type of guy. He's a second season player. He'll buy you, keep you on the bench for a year or two. When you break into that first team,
you'll play ball.
You will be. Mahrez played on the bench for like a year and a half.
True. I think Calvin Phillips, though, I feel like he's behind like the best midfielder in the world right now. When does he break into the team?
Rodri's leaving.
No, Rodri is just 27. Why would he leave?
Rodri is that's exactly what Guardiola does. He phases players out.
But
he did it with Fernandinho. He did it with Gundogan. He's done it with David Silva. He's done.
Look at the ages of those guys,
man. He phases them out.
All those guys were.
Enter his
but
team.
Rodri is in his prime.
All those guys were in their 30s. That's the thing.
How old is Calvin Phillips? Is he not 21?
He's like no.
But Rodri has not
yet actually very mature. I think he's like
24.
He's like 25 or 26.
By the time Rodri is 30 and Calvin Phillips is 25.
Rodri is 27.
By the time Rodri is 30 and Calvin Phillips is 27, he will be Rodri.
Calvin Phillips is 27, bro.
Yeah, he's also 27.
There we go.
Yeah. They're the same age,
then
actually.
You should go back to
you
you
should go to Everton, bro. Something where you can
I also
play
agree with
game.
you. Him being called up to the England squad is crazy.
I think it's Pep
crazy
bias.
to me.
I think it's Pep bias. I think sometimes guys just put Pep players on their team just because Pep chose them already.
I think also Southgate is loyal to some of the players who served him, or like saying the Euros. Phillips, I think, started every game the Euros.
Maguire was called, right? Or
Maguire was called as well.
That's also just
so he's like,
to me, man.
He's loyal to some of those guys. Maybe he sees leaders in the team in Maguire and all that. Maybe he needs like a leadership group. Maguire, Henderson.
To be fair, the England team is young,
yeah,
but you still have leaders, man. There are many in that team.
There's Harry Kane, bro.
You have Harry Kane.
That's the leader. You just need one
Maybe
guy,
because
bro,
he can't jazz. You know, guys jazz.
Maybe.
Then he's a translator for his English.
That's not alright.
No, but did you guys watch his Fast We Feast? His hot ones. That guy just so well, bro.
It was a hot wings, bro.
He's actually a likable person.
Yeah.
Shame he plays for Spurs. He was playing for Spurs.
He has 3 goals.
João Cancelo out. Finally went to Barcelona.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense, bro.
Yeah, it makes sense for him.
For him, too much sense, bro. Guy's too nice to be on the bench.
Barcelona didn't even have starting right back. Like last season, they would play Koundé in that role. I think they needed someone natural in that position. So.
And Cancelo is such a
he's a quality player. Before all that Pep stuff happened, before he was loaned to Bayern, everyone was saying he's like the best fullback in the world. All that.
Yeah.
That guy is so good.
And he was.
Yeah,
he really was, man. But alas,
left back who's right-footed.
Do you guys have any? Are there any guys went to Saudi this week? Any big Saudi deals that Salah shit has been bubbling all week. Whole week.
Yeah.
Just put him in my FPL if he goes.
Apparently Liverpool have rejected
100M.
100M bid for Salah today.
They were going to pay him 1.5
and
million
the Saudi
euros.
deadline.
Today is
deadline day. But the Saudi deadline is 7th. So they still have a week to like keep tapping guys.
They
still have a week to keep tapping up guys.
Going to be
1.5 million a week. He was going to be more paid than Ronaldo.
He just has 2 more years, bro. He'll have 2 more
31.
years at Liverpool.
I think even though he didn't leave this summer, I feel like next one is good.
Yeah, that's an open door for him. Depends on how he does this season.
Salah always balls, man.
Yeah, but that's the
Salah
thing.
always
Like, it's a question of
ball.
like, to what extent will he ball out, man?
I don't think it's even about balling. I think if he wants to leave, he'll leave. It's that simple because it's Saudi. I know he's Muslim.
Plus he has been a good servant
season.
to Liverpool, like
honestly,
legend.
He has given them everything.
Yeah,
Like he can
like
leave,
Actually, that guy has achieved legend status in the shortest period I've ever seen in that team.
You think he was the quickest Liverpool player to score 100 Premier League goals?
Bro, he's won the Champions League, he's won the Premier League, he's the
guy
all-time
is
scorer, he's
such
broken
a
all the
baller.
records.
Such a baller, man. While we're still on transfers, Lukaku out.
Yeah, Lukaku has gone to Roma.
Yeah, to Roma. And he has found Mourinho. I feel like he's going to score goals.
I feel like I'm one of those guys who used to keep for Lukaku, but Lukaku might actually have bad manners, bro.
Might.
Because everywhere Lukaku goes, he scores goals. guaranteed. He'll be the top
Always
scorer in
sell
almost
him.
every team he goes to. Why does he keep leaving?
I think his bad manners because it's bigger than
There's
everyone.
something, yeah. There's bigger. Something's wrong with him. It's like those big-headed
Because
kiddos
it's bigger
from
than you.
Primo.
It's like, boss, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, no, the big-headed kiddos in Primo, he just used to...
The guy who come with the ball.
Yeah, that was always
The guy who owns the ball. You have to go to his class to get the
Yeah,
ball.
that guy, man. He's like
I
that.
think he has like
cancel your
Yeah,
goal.
no.
I think he has like a big ego or something because that time he was at Chelsea when he came back. He did like an interview, a podcast in the middle of the season saying how he
loves
misses
Inter,
Inter
you
and all
guy.
that stuff. So
But
it
you
didn't
see,
make sense for...
even in United, you also had some drama. I remember him
No,
having some
United
drama.
is the only team where I'll allow that we forced him out.
No, United, he was scoring goals,
He was
yes, in
scoring
his
goals.
first season. Then his second season, I don't think he was as prolific. And he had also put on some weight.
But it wasn't even
That guy
just the
was
second season.
Yeah, he
it was
had
the
put on
second-
some
It was
weight.
the second half of that season.
Yeah,
He started by firing, and then what the pressure got to him, he was missing sitters, bro.
But then
And
when he
two guys
went,
got
when he
fired.
went to
He needs a-
Inter and he had
needs
that
a Mourinho.
partnership with Martinez.
He needs
I
a,
don't
he
know
needs
what
a,
that guy
he needs a
needs,
Mourinho. Because have you seen his stats under Mourinho? They're actually
Insane,
crazy,
eh?
man.
He's going to join Mourinho.
Yeah,
He's going to
yeah.
score
And
goals.
he's going to
He's
score
going to
goals
score
now.
goals.
Yeah,
He
even
always-
me, I
he
believe
always
he
scores
should go to
goals.
Saudi.
I think he should go to Saudi.
I
I
think
think he'll
there's n-
thrive under low pressure, bro.
But the thing
I
is,
don't think that
Saudi
can allow
bid
it.
for him, bro. They came in for him and the guy jumped.
Yeah.
I think he thinks he's like still...
Above it.
He's 30, right?
Like, he's 30, yeah.
It's 30.
that guy has been 30 for like 15 years.
But
That guy was 21 and he
I
looked
actually
like he
hope
was
he does well,
Yeah.
so that he's easier to offload. Because I don't think he's coming back.
It's a
to
loan
Chelsea
deal
team.
still.
Hmm?
It's a
Yeah,
loan.
it's a loan deal.
And
You guys paid too
I
much
think he
for
will
him,
play
bro.
because Tammy
Ah, sir?
Abraham is out with a long-term injury.
Yeah. I want him to do so
it's
well.
just him, Belotti, and
Yeah.
I think Dybala.
And Belotti is what, 34?
He's a bit old.
But also, to be fair, when that guy was in Chelsea, these past few weeks, he has been with a reserve team, bro. Or like second team. So
Has he even been there within the? I don't
but
think.
they took pictures of him training with kids. Hey, he had to leave, man. He had to leave.
Okay, that's all for transfer news, I feel like.
Yeah.
If you guys feel like we missed anything, just hit us in the comments and we will address it next time. Let's talk about the Champions League draw, man. How are you guys feeling?
Newcastle's group has
Feeling
made
great.
me so happy, bro.
Suppose you're not in the Champions
Yeah,
League.
yeah, I'm not concerned.
You should
That's
switch
why
away the
you
microphone.
I don't know why you spoke. I don't know why you spoke first. We have serious things. Arsenal is in a Europa League group.
Group, yeah.
Man City is in a group that they paid for.
Man City always get that. It feels like Man City always
Those
gets
are
the
my
same
two
group.
takes. Yeah, those are my two takes.
City's group is always
They
constant,
paid
bro.
for those teams to be in their group. That's all I can say.
But they
I was-
added like a spin to this draw.
I was watching Eric Abidal with
Yeah,
some
with
side
keen
eyes.
Yeah. Hey,
But I think as an Arsenal fan, I was happy with the draw.
of course. As long as you don't get
Sevilla.
Bayern, you're chilling.
We got
No, we first
PSV
pull up
who
the-
guys are
the
thugging their
groups.
players left, right, center.
Groups.
Today they have taken like 3 guys, Sangare, some other guy.
Which team?
Ibrahim Sangare has gone to, I think, Nottingham Forest. They already
Hey.
sold Madueke, Gakpo,
Yeah. Tottenham also signed-
Xavi Simons,
What's his name? The guy from
Brennan
Nottingham.
Johnson.
To replace Harry Kane.
Yes.
Good luck.
I don't think they've really signed a
Good luck.
striker yet to replace Kane.
I mean, he's going to play that position.
Yeah, they were
He's
playing
like
with
a
Richarlison
forward,
there.
yeah.
They are playing with Richarlison.
Richarlison is the most almost guy I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, upcoming,
That
like
guy
Walcott.
can do everything right except the most important part.
Yeah.
Okay, he's up. He's been upcoming since he was
Jesus Christ.
21.
How
Like
old is
Walcott.
Richarlison now?
He's like
Failed
25,
wonder kid.
26.
What? He
Yeah,
must be
yeah.
like 30, bro.
Nah, relax,
Failed
relax.
wonder
Overcard,
kid.
overcard.
What I
Failed
know
wonder
is
kid.
he's around 25.
Bro, let me
Is
first
he
read
first
this.
check-
Let me read these groups.
Mm.
This is a United group. Bayern, United, Copenhagen, Galatasaray. Obviously, we'll finish in second on that one.
Zaha is
Obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
And
something.
Galatasaray
Now,
signed like 4 guys.
in
They have
Champions
Ziyech
League,
and
in
Zaha.
Champions League, you might even find you might find you beat Bayern like in one game.
Galatasaray,
But
bro.
You might go away to Galatasaray And you know how
Those guys have a
you
good
know,
team, man.
you see,
They have
not
a
even
good
about
team.
the team. There's already
atmosphere.
the atmosphere.
The atmosphere in
You even
Turkey
find your players are not
and-
communicating with each other in the game.
Guys can throw
Those
a player.
Turkish teams.
Throw a player at Mount, he can go.
Don't you remember
can ask for
sometime
some.
when United
Can have
lost?
panic attack.
When United lost to some Turkish team in a random group,
like
where Demba
Trabzonspor or
squad.
something like that.
Hey, it was.
I remember that season.
Yeah.
Well, we lost almost all of our first round games,
But
like our first games, and then
United
one
should be
all
able
our
to
second.
qualify from
Yeah,
that group.
yeah.
I think so
seriously.
too.
Easy
I think so
second.
too.
Easy second. Okay, not easy.
Not an
Because
easy second, but
Galatasaray is
unexpected
crazy.
second.
Yeah, it's
By the way, all
expected.
those teams have to play at Old Trafford. That's what you need to
That's
understand.
true.
What's
Old
it
Trafford
about
is not
Old
a
Trafford?
joke.
And
Fortress,
Old Trafford
Fortress.
was
Old
not
Trafford.
a joke.
United have
is-
some.
Do you
There's
know
some.
last
There's
time
some
we lost-
stat.
What about
The
the
last
same
time we
record
lost
right
at Old
now?
Trafford.
That stat is
There's a
crazy,
stat
but
at
I don't
United
know, man.
in the
Hey.
Premier League when they have gone ahead at half time.
We have never
that
lost.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And that's always
crazy.
at
Is
Old
that stat still
Trafford.
there?
No, that was
It's
six
still
star.
there
Yeah.
up to now. There was a
Crazy.
time when I thought Arsenal was going to.
Everyone has
When
tried.
Anthony
guys.
scored that first goal last
Buried
season,
hyenas.
I thought Arsenal was going to do something
back,
when
eh?
Saka equalized and
Yeah.
what. They gave
Anyway,
us
it's
two quick
we'll see
fire
what happens,
goals.
but I'm saying second.
I think second as well. I think second
Yeah,
as well.
United
That's how they
will
show
finish.
Especially
that they
because
are
of what
fast,
Harry
bro.
Kane is doing. The guy didn't even waste
Yeah.
any time.
Harry Kane has to give
The guy didn't
United
waste
some
any
goals.
time to start bowling, bro.
Yeah, he already has 3 in 2.
This is the Arsenal tables group,
Group
B.
B.
Sevilla, Arsenal, PSV, Lens.
First, I say
Arsenal.
first.
Will be
Europa
first.
Europa Conference.
Arsenal will be first.
Definitely.
You're saying they're going
Third
third.
of Sevilla.
Sevilla. Sevilla will be second. If Arsenal finish anything lower than first, I would be sure.
Sevilla is a good team.
I think I'm excited to watch that first Arsenal Sevilla game because it will tell
The
me what I
problem
need
is
to know.
Arsenal and United
No,
play on the same day,
I think I have
so
a
you
wild,
probably won't
I want
watch
to watch
Arsenal.
it.
I have a wild take on Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think
You guys get the hate off his chest.
No, it's okay.
yeah,
It's
this is a
okay.
wild take, but Arsenal's players are too inexperienced. First of all, to fight for the Premier League. You see, last season they got a taste of that glory, and they want to play for Premier League. Now they have Champions League. They're going to understand squad depth, injuries, things like that, which they have. You guys have bought some good players to strengthen your squad, but Champions League is different, man. I'm telling you now, Champions League is different.
I know that, but for me,
the pressure on those kiddos is going
Arsenal
to
players,
be crazy.
I feel like Arsenal players are no longer kids. I feel like not like Saka. He has been around the first team since that
how many
COVID
trophies
time.
has he won?
No, it's not even about the trophies. He has won the FA Cup, yes, but then he has the experience of playing.
He's
Now,
never
he has
played in
like
Champions
83.
League. He's never played in Champions League.
For me, there's that question of Champions League, yes, but if Saka has been performing in Premier League, what is a performance against FC Copenhagen? Why is it the one to determine his legacy?
That's the one. That's what's
No,
going to
no,
determine.
no.
Playing at the
Copenhagen.
No, it's not.
He has been
That's
bowling
the one.
against
playing
United
at the highest,
in the Premier League.
playing
What?
at the highest level.
This is
So why
This
is
is the thing.
Copenhagen
This is
the
the
Is
thing.
where
test?
is the test.
I will
Playing at
say
the
this.
highest level is the
The
test.
group level is.
Yeah,
I mean,
group-
group stages are definitely
Yeah,
not the test. The test is going to be like
stages are not the
round
test.
of 16
Probably
and
round of
beyond.
16.
That's what makes. That's
And you know how the
what's-
Champions
that's-
League is, bro. You have to hope that you finish first in your group because if you don't,
Bro,
there's something crazy waiting
No,
for you
there's
in
a
that
time-
round of 16.
There's a time Arsenal
Like
finished
Porto,
first
you
in
get.
their group, a group with PSG,
and then
and we got Bayern in round of 16.
And they
Bayern
clapped you
and then
5.
they
They
second.
10 to an aggregate.
And that's my issue with Arsenal.
But
Arsenal have
that was a
always
different
been
Arsenal.
that team that never performs at the highest level. It's just always been
Bro,
that team.
I think the landscape right now is very different.
Yeah, I think Arsenal right now is a
EPL
different,
teams,
even
EPL is
bias
definitely
aside.
the best league in the world now.
Yeah.
And I also think they're balling. They will. It's just, bro, I see Arsenal going far, man. And it pains me as a Chelsea fan to say it.
I've been trying to see it for so long. I have so many Arsenal fan friends who have. I always say this all the time. Today is recorded, so if I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. But for so many years, I've had the same. You see exactly what you're saying? I can tell you team after team, timeline after timeline,
No.
Arsenal after Arsenal, and it's
I don't-
always been the same.
For
We
me-
drew Bayern, we drew Barcelona, we drew. To win the
that's
Champions
the
League,
thing,
you
that's
have
the
thing.
to beat Bayern and Barcelona.
the-
You
yeah,
don't-
yeah.
You don't win the Champions
No,
League from.
but I don't think it's fair to judge, like right now, Arsenal based on history. Like,
With
I feel
the
like
team
they're
they are right now,
completely
yeah.
different
We use
side.
history to talk about the present,
Of course.
to predict
Yeah,
the
Man U
future.
guy, it makes sense.
That's
It's a
what we do.
completely
That's what
different
we
team,
do.
completely different manager. The last, there's only like one player who was there under Arsene Wenger. Like I think
That's what I'm
Bro,
saying. For how long are we going to use this?
No. I do not agree with you, by the way.
I know, but
Arsenal finished second last season. So
No. First of all, these history things do not work for me because this Arsenal team
even Chelsea, just
different.
now that team which you can't judge on history. This season they'll finish 10th, the next season they'll be first.
Relax.
No, Chelsea is different. Chelsea are winners.
So
Chelsea
Man has clapped us already.
are winners. You guys are winners.
Yeah, but he has clapped 10th. Relax.
12.
No, Chelsea,
My bad,
if Chelsea
12.
get the sniff of a trophy,
Exactly.
they go for it.
Exactly. Arsenal,
That's the thing.
if like I said, I'm being recorded. So if I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. But for all the time, last season was the season when I was like, I'm done.
Okay,
I'm done
okay.
with thinking Arsenal are going to do
Champions League prediction for Arsenal. Where do they stop?
Europa.
Europa's fourth. Behind who?
I don't know what-
PSV and
Yeah.
PSV and Sevilla
Sevilla,
and Lens.
PSV, and Lens. There's no way,
No,
bro.
no chance,
There's just
bro.
no
Arsenal
way.
I think-
getting out of that.
That's just a biased take.
Then
There's
I'll
just
be
no
wrong.
way.
It's not even biased. If it was biased,
Best of what?
based off of when was the last time Arsenal played in the Champions League?
The last time we played in the Champions League, we even made it to the round of 16, despite being Wenger's
Made it
last
to the
season.
round of
Yes,
16.
Yeah,
but
that's the
eliminated.
time
In
Bayern
2016.
Yes, when
That's 8 years ago.
7 years. We last.
God.
Yes,
Matt
but
is
it didn't
sus.
matter.
What? 7, 8. There's
Yes,
no
but
difference.
Arsenal has always made it out of their group. Arsenal has
And you
always made
see,
it out
when
of
I
their
started
group.
the pod, I said I'm tired of Arsenal's mediocrity. Arsenal have never won the Champions League.
That's
ever.
true. As in-
True.
So all they say is we made it by
This is the thing.
getting
This is
out
the
of the
thing.
group
No, no,
stages.
no.
That's not how Champions League
Yeah,
works.
but you're saying we're not going to make it out of the group
I'm saying you
stages.
might not even. Yeah, if you make it out, it will be a shock.
Anyway,
What I'm saying is,
it
you should
shouldn't
be
be a
happy
shock, bro.
that you've
You
made
said
it
it's a
out
wild
of the
take.
Okay, it's a wild
And
take.
it's
We shall
wild.
allow
You
it. We
should be
shall allow
happy that
it.
you've made it
We'll
out
hold
of the
it.
Champions
We'll
League.
hold you to it. We'll hold you to it.
Yeah, you should
Uh,
be happy because
I'm saying Sevilla, Arsenal out of that group. I'm just not sure if Arsenal will finish first, but I think Sevilla, Arsenal out of that group.
Sevilla is a good team.
Sevilla
Sevilla finished third on purpose so that they
So they
can
can
win
play
Europa. No, so they win
It's
Europa.
possible. It's
Then they want to go to Europa. and
Sevilla was
win it.
actually good against City.
City.
in
They
the-
were really
yeah,
good.
they
They
were
almost won
impressive.
it.
Yeah,
They
they
almost
should
won
have
it.
won
They beat
it.
us
Yeah,
They
last
should have
season.
won
Those
that
guys cleaned
They cleaned
our
us
plates, bro.
properly.
First to give them 6-0 in pre-season.
No, but
game. I was pre-season.
I hate Sevilla, bro. I hate Sevilla. It's also one of those
Yeah,
teams I hate.
I'm
bro.
as a United
Yeah.
fan. I think you
I hate them, bro.
Sevilla.
Because there are times that they've beaten us and they shouldn't have beaten us.
They beat us in the final. They beat us last season.
There's a
They
time
beat
when
us-
one Bissaka wasn't watching his back post.
Yeah.
Was it a semi-final in
Yeah.
Europa or something like that? What's
Group
the-
C: Napoli, Madrid, Braga, Union Berlin.
Napoli,
That was a bit
Madrid.
clear.
Napoli and Madrid,
That was a bit
surely.
clear.
I want to ask, does Jude Bellingham play strike?
That guy,
Because-
that guy plays whatever
That guy
he
is
wants.
everywhere.
That guy plays in a line. Six,
guy
They
eight,
should have been
10, 12.
using like
ball.
they've been using like a 4-4-2, like Diamond with Chouameni, Valverde, Camavinga.
Kamavinga.
On the left, Valverde
So
on
he's
the
like a
right,
10,
Tchouameni
like a
in the sixth, then and then Bellingham there behind,
That's-
behind Vinicius and Rodrigo. But
He's
now
like a 10, a
with
false 9 or something.
but now with Vinicius's injury, it's tough to see what.
It's crazy to me that they
yeah,
haven't
I mean, it's
replaced
interesting to
Benzema.
see what they're going to do. But apparently, there was an article saying that Bellingham will move further up front.
And he can do it.
The godfather Ancelotti said that we have enough, we don't need Benzema. I said,
We'll see.
and when Ancelotti talks, you have to listen, man.
We'll see.
That thing
To
is-
say that, you still need to say that shit, bro.
Until you, but
Until it's time.
they've been balling.
They've been
Yeah,
balling.
but
Like,
guys
I
have
feel like
been
they still
playing,
need
man.
one more
Champions League
player.
has begun, bro.
Champions League-
Champions League has
Because
begun.
they-
real
Yeah,
Tell
but
us.
they did good business bringing signing that kid, the Turkish Ada Gula, but he's injured, and also bringing back Diaz. But I feel like they need a striker.
New signings and getting injured.
very strange.
Something
England.
happened this summer
Very
with all the
strange.
knee
That guy
injuries.
Gula, there
Courtois.
are many.
Do you think that they've just been putting guys through very intensive like medicals?
Some
And guys have
guys,
been getting fucked
Maybe
up
the
in the
Prem is
medical.
hard.
some
I
guys are
think-
blaming it on
I think
the.
it's just the number of games. Like the
Some
games
guys-
are
True, that's
many.
true.
Some guys are
Very
blaming
many.
it on the preseason like toughs in the US because most of these guys who are getting injured had their preseason in the US, and already in real time people are complaining that the state of these pitches are terrible.
Bro,
Some
I
guys
was
are going
like-
to suffer injuries.
Our
We
last,
saw Timber go, Nkunku,
our
all
last
those guys.
preseason game
Courtois.
was on a stadium where there was like an Ed Sheeran concert the night before.
Yeah, I
It
think
looked so bad, man.
Guys were sliding on cups or what?
You just run into a patch of grass.
yeah. And also at the moment, footballers are playing as they're playing so much football,
they're
with
playing
even
so many
all
games.
this added
Bro,
time and
I have a
whatnot.
question about Old
that's
Trafford.
true. All the
man.
other time.
Why does Old Trafford still slant, bro, at the age?
No, because the guys are not
think
used to
they
it.
are-
No one gets to get injured.
Yeah,
That's true.
Why do guys
think
why
they're
do guys
scared.
enter
Even the
from the corner? Those ends
And the
when
corner
they're
flag,
coming out, when they're coming to the
distance
stadium.
between the corner thing and you can't have a run up.
Yeah.
You have to be like Madison
At
or
Old,
Ward Prowse.
at Old Trafford,
They
guys be
send
bashing
them,
those advertising
Hey.
boards.
Bro, guys,
The
slide
time
down
Ashley
like
Young
that.
pushed Di Maria in
Inside.
Champions League,
I remember.
pushed him
Yeah.
those ends. He wasn't happy.
You know that Anfield is, there's a Liverpool fan here, is the worst stadium to play at in the Premier League.
like
Why?
as an opposition.
Everyone says that playing
Yeah,
at Anfield is just it's too much. The atmosphere is too crazy. They are shouting from the first. It's the worst stadium to play at
I know,
in the Premier League.
Liverpool has a very good atmosphere.
Playing
I will
at
compare it
Anfield.
though to Dortmund.
Yeah,
Because those
same,
guys-
yeah,
same,
both of them
same.
are up there.
Anfield is crazy to play at.
That means
man.
they do like the Sonics on purpose, man. It's just such a loud go. It's like an arena, bro, for
I think
music.
they're using their GPS system. They just put like a sound of
It's like
fans
Bro,
Does
shouting.
it have mics,
No,
bro?
their fans. Their fans are fans. Like
Oh, the other groups
Nah,
looking.
but
like
like
Man-
Liverpool's fans
Man,
are fans.
Man City fans who they paid to come for the matches.
Bashing man.
listen,
Where's Alvin? We need Alvin to come back.
I saw a Man
D.
City fan here.
Group D: Benfica, Inter, Salzburg, Sociedad. Benfica, Inter,
I
Salzburg.
think
interesting
Benfica
group.
and Inter.
They seem like the
Benfica-
obvious
I think
peak.
Yeah,
They
it
seem
seems
like
like
obvious-
obvious peak. Those
but-
ones from Port 1.
And those two were in the semis last year, right?
Benfica was in the.
Inter was, I think Benfica
Inter
was
was
maybe
in
in
the
the
finals.
quarters.
Benfica semis.
Inter.
No, the semis were
Inter
two
was-
Italian teams and two English teams.
Benfica maybe.
Yeah, Inter.
Was it? I think round of 16 or
It
quarters.
was Inter AC.
It was quarters, I
Semi-final
think.
was
Yes,
the,
yes.
was the Milan derby,
And then Man City played who?
and then Man City played
Man City.
Bayern. No?
Man City beat
Madrid?
Bayern at some point. They beat Madrid at some point.
Those guys beat every. Those
They
guys
beat
won it
everyone.
clear.
No, they-
Clear.
Those guys wanted that
Flat
trophy.
out, they won it.
Yeah,
They are the baddest.
You guys are saying Benfica, Inter.
yeah.
They seem like the obvious peak. But I
But
feel like there's like a
they're
dark
going to
horse
be,
there.
they're
There's
going
a
to be
baller who went to
shocks.
Sociedad.
Check, man.
I cannot remember.
I feel like
this summer,
Isn't no David Silva's in
Tierney.
Valencia, no?
it's Tierney the bowler.
Maybe
but I feel
Tierney.
like that group has like a dark horse somewhere
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
It's either,
It's a bit even,
But I
eh?
don't think.
I don't know.
anyone is going to
Salzburg
watch that
strikes me as one of those teams.
Yeah.
It's like a
Wow,
dark horse.
beat each other.
Salzburg
That's-
had, last season.
Whoever
Did they play
comes
Chelsea
out,
at some
you're lucky
point?
to verse
Bro,
any team that's
there's some
coming
guy
out of
called
that group.
Openda.
Salzburg is a good team, man. It's not that obvious to me, but I'm still going Benfica Inter.
We'll see. I think it will be a fun group.
I think and any other group is going to want to verse someone from that group.
Yeah.
That's what
It
I'm
looks like
saying.
group E is also kind of the same. Feyenoord, Atletico Madrid, Lazio, Celtic.
Lazio and Atletico. It has to be.
Milinkovic
I
Savic
don't
went
know.
to Saudi Arabia, man.
Those
That
two
was-
teams can surprise
Yeah,
you, bro.
okay, we
Celtic
haven't
can
seen much
surprise
of them.
you.
Eh?
Yeah, but like,
but now,
nothing is-
for example, Feyenoord won
Feyenoord, they won the league.
they won the league
Yeah.
ahead of Ajax, PSV.
Yeah, but Ajax, to be fair, first of all,
Yeah, Ajax
you
was
guys
poor
shopped
with-
everyone from Ajax.
Yeah, plus
Even
also
you
they
guys.
had the poor. The manager they replaced Ten Hag with. They first tried with I've forgotten who. Then they tried Heitinga. It didn't work out.
And Heitinga is a good manager. He is.
I don't know him as a manager though.
I don't know that guy. Group
But,
F.
man, I think it's Atletico and Lazio. It has to
Yeah,
be.
even me.
Okay, we'll see. I don't know. Those two groups, Group D and Group E, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
I saw Joao Felix might be going to Barcelona.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
It's done.
It's almost done.
Almost
Guy
done.
has cooked that transfer.
That guy
I
was
think it's
balling
just
at Chelsea
him as
last year.
him.
That guy, last year seeing that guy at Chelsea just showed me that there's a difference in levels of players, bro. That guy was so fire.
That guy is so talented.
he's a ball.
So
talented.
All right, Group of Death, Group F, PSG,
Oh,
Dortmund, Milan,
Forgot a
Newcastle.
transfer.
Which one?
Hudson Odoi, Nottingham
Oh,
Forest.
Nottingham Forest.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think
We're
it's
still
like a
waiting for
Brennan
Hudson Odoi, like
Johnson.
we're waiting for.
Literally,
Replace-
Jesus, bro.
We've been waiting for Hudson
You
Honestly.
guys, you
Odoi.
say it's better than Saka.
Eh,
Guys should come
eh,
out.
The thing
every
is,
season we're
I
waiting
think
for
Chelsea
in
just
their-
had 4 more that year.
In
Yeah.
their under 21s, he was.
There was a time when he was about to go to Bayern, but
70 million.
Chelsea was very stubborn. That's our star boy.
Bro, he was.
I think Hudson
Then he
Odoi
got that
deserves.
chi
I think he
ankle
deserves
injury,
another
yeah.
choice, another chance.
Yeah. I think he will come good.
I think Forest is a good place for him to
We've
start.
given him
man.
2 years.
Yeah, let the guy try.
You've tried. You by your standards.
2 extra years. Yeah, we have given him time. After those 2 years,
He can still go uni.
shall put it in the same WhatsApp group as well. Yeah,
Time, bro.
Someone treated apparently Nottingham as like nice universities and what. So some guy was like, bro, he can't fool us. That you know, like university starting like I think this month or something. Yeah.
it's like you can apply.
He's going there for those girls.
I'm so finished, bro.
I'm too dead.
Anyway,
Alright,
my next group.
Oh, who do you guys think is getting out of that group?
Which one? I didn't hear that.
PSG, Dortmund, Milan,
Oh, this is a
Newcastle.
group of death.
Newcastle.
Newcastle,
Newcastle is going to
fighting
test.
for their legs.
What I
in that
know-
group, bro.
Newcastle is going to shock one of those teams.
It has to.
One of those teams is going to come to St. James's Park and
St. James Park is just one of those
It's going to be a long day.
stadiums, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say it's the second
You'll see-
after Liverpool, after Anfield.
Mike,
you see
So after
Mbappe in
Anfield is-
Trippier's pocket and you'll be
Yeah,
playing.
but I think they
Or
also
like a
have to.
Trippier free
that
kick
would
in the
be
last
so
minute.
I think they
bro.
also have to go to Dortmund, bro.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
man,
They
it's a
have to
real
go to
group
San
of death.
Siro.
It's hard to predict.
I actually think PSG might not do too well in this group, bro.
PSG still has like players gelling in and
Yeah,
whatnot
and they
because
have
they
the-
cleared their forward line except
yeah,
Mbappe.
Yeah. And they have the weakest culture, bro, of all the teams in this group, man.
in Europe.
The
What do you mean
weakest, like,
That's-
bro,
that's-
Dortmund,
that's-
Milan, Newcastle.
That's also another thing about like Champions League. How you were saying me like Arsenal will probably flop in the Champions League, but in my mind I'm like, which teams are like very strong in the Champions? Which team are guys talking about that these are the favorites for Champions League? I don't see like one standout team. Okay, probably
City.
City. Yes, City is the strongest team in the world right now.
Like this season.
City, yes, City, Bayern, Madrid. Apart from those, I feel like anyone else can fight for.
And I also think it's a shift.
There's no Messi this season. There's no
yeah.
Ronaldo in
The
Champions
past
League.
decade,
Yeah,
we knew La Liga,
Neymar is not
teams
there.
and Bundesliga
Yeah.
teams were balling. The 2000s, we knew it was EPL teams.
yeah.
I think right now it's back to the 2000s, bro. Because like, out the previous 4-5 seasons, we've had 3 EPL winners: City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and it's like those teams are not scared anymore, bro.
City could possibly retain the Champions
They could.
League.
They
It's
could.
possible.
It's possible, very possible.
And City is a team which can beat Madrid, Bayern, what?
Anyway.
So
Even Liverpool. That's
Very
because they're not
possible,
there.
man.
Yeah.
That's 'cause-
Very possible.
That's because they're not there. But Liverpool's team is.
I say Liverpool win the Europa. If Sevilla,
Yeah. If Sevilla don't go down, yeah.
if United don't go,
By the way, I want you to know my takes. I'm not saying that my team is going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, just from what I'm watching.
that.
I don't think anyone
I'm
is
not
bold
biased.
enough to throw
I'm
their
not
team out there
biased.
and be like, you know what, you're
I'm
going to win
not
the
saying that,
Champions
but
League.
First of all, our
City
team has
guys.
no identity.
Yeah, City
You
guys.
can't be signing teams' ex-girlfriends and then you think
Honestly,
I got
bro.
Reggae and
Reggae is
Ryan.
crazy.
No, I don't know who.
anyway,
If a player is
from
good,
that
he's
group,
good.
I say,
Don't
I
tell
still
me.
think PSG is going through.
Yeah, PSG will go
I
through.
still think they're going through.
And then
I think Europa
You guys saying
is
PSG,
going
but
to
Milan was a
Newcastle.
semi-finalist last year.
Hmm?
Milan was a semi-finalist.
Even Milan.
Yeah, I'm
And they
saying
signed who?
Newcastle is third.
They signed Pulisic,
Loftus-Cheek.
And those guys are playing well. Those guys are playing really well.
I say
They still have
PSG,
Giroud.
but Dortmund.
I think
man.
it will be PSG and AC Milan, in my opinion. I think Newcastle will take the Europa League spot.
It's hard to say Dortmund is last.
Dortmund will
But
be the last.
That's how good the Prem is.
Mm.
That even Newcastle going to the Champions League in the group they're in, it's still not clear what
That-
position
yeah,
that
it's not
they
guaranteed
can.
they're going to
guaranteed
lose.
2 years
that
ago
they're
would have been
small.
like,
That's just a
Brian,
Newcastle.
is fighting.
Yeah. Now guys are like,
First,
there's a-
Newcastle has a squad.
when Leicester went to
Tonali,
the Champions
Isak,
League.
Bruno Guimaraes.
And they-
Those
when
guys
Leicester
are,
went to the
play well.
some
Champions
of
League.
them are borderline
and
world
they
class.
play well, yeah,
Did
play
they
well.
did they get
Together
out
as a
of the group stages?
Who?
Leicester. When they went to
No.
the Champions League.
No.
But Vardy
Yeah.
scored some bangers.
But I think Leicester
Leicester
is different from Newcastle.
Leicester
bro.
went
No,
out.
definitely
they
different.
made
I
it
just-
out of their group.
Didn't
didn't they
just
go
went
to
out in
Didn't
the
they
round
go
of
to
16.
Europa?
They went out in the round of 16. They didn't go to Europa.
Bro, for me, my hot take actually is that Newcastle and Milan are going through, bro.
Newcastle and
Newcastle
Milan.
and
I
Milan.
can see it. I can see it.
That's
I
my
can
hot
Possible,
take.
yeah.
PSG
But
pisses
PSG
me
has
off, bro.
Mbappe.
The thing is, PSG
That's the
has
problem.
They're the
Mbappe.
best player in the world.
That's the
man.
problem.
That guy
Mbappe
can,
is
he can
staying.
Everyone
just,
has also left.
He
man.
is staying.
yeah, but they have made good
Is he
signings.
staying?
They have made good
I
signings.
just saw
So
the Arabs saying that they had good conversations with him.
What did
this
they
week.
say? Oh, he's going to play.
Mbappe.
he's staying. I think
Mbappe
he's
is staying.
staying.
Yeah.
Even I think it,
Maybe
But
they
they've
had
made
good
good
conversations
signings.
for next season. You can
who,
never.
who did they
Maybe.
say?
They've signed Kolomwani. They've signed Dembele.
Yeah, they signed
Wow.
those
They've signed
If he stays fit.
some.
professional sick bay agent.
Bro, that guy is with Reece James. There.
No, but he had a good season last year. really good
in
season.
the hospital.
No, he was in the hospital last season, bro.
On FIFA.
Yeah, you
On
Asensio. They signed Asensio.
I'm asking. Just
Asensio?
specify.
Yes, they signed Asensio.
from Madrid. Wow.
Yes. They've even signed that kid who bounced Ronaldo in World Cup, Gonzalo Ramos. Signed him at. So
Yeah,
PSG is actually
still looking
they
good,
have
man.
they have reshuffled their
Who's their
forward
manager
line. I
now?
think.
But
Yep.
Who's their manager now?
It's isn't it Luis Enrique?
It's Enrique. But the thing is also the thing
Oh, they might
about
ball
that
out.
Newcastle team.
Yeah, they have a good
That
manager.
Newcastle
They might
team,
ball out.
Eddie Howe. There's a way. You know when a team is a team. I don't know how to explain this. When a team comes together, that team has come. All those players know. He knows when to play Callum Wilson. He knows when to play Isak. He knows when to play Dan Burn left back. He knows
Those guys
when
are
to play
very like.
And now he has Tonali. He has guys with
Guys-
European
guys say
experience.
both.
So
I-
when you bring your PSG, like PSG with these random guys who they've just signed the
but
team.
bro,
Guys
will
are like,
rotate.
they gave Eddie Howe an unlimited budget and he decided to go out and buy dog.
Honestly, bro.
That's the kind
Honestly, bro.
when the Saudis bought that, were they Saudis? Yeah, when the Saudis bought that team, that guy's first signing was Trippier. Was it Trippier?
No, it was, I think,
It was
Bruno Guimaraes.
but like that window, the
Eh,
first.
yeah,
he bought them in the
Trippier,
same
Bruno
window.
Guimaraes.
Signed Trippier is like bring back
Bad
my
boys,
boy.
yeah.
Bring back my boy.
That
Like, he
Newcastle
knows-
team is good, bro.
He didn't
That
force
Newcastle
it.
team reminds me of like old United. Bro.
Yeah.
The guys just don't stop.
Hey, man,
They
those
don't
guys,
lose gassing,
bro.
but they disappointed me in that.
We'll
City
talk
game,
about
bro.
this weekend. We'll talk about this weekend because I also have some takes.
Alright. Let's see. Next group. This is Man City's group. City, Leipzig,
I think you can even stop there.
Zveda and Young Boys.
6-0, 6-0, 6-0.
Man City and Leipzig should go through easy.
Young boys has suffered.
Those guys are nice.
Because they have, first of all, their turf is artificial.
But
Let's
respect to
stay
them,
here.
bro. Those guys make that Champions
Young
League dime
boys
every
have
season, bro.
they're in the
Every
Champions
season they
League
come and get
every
those
season.
Champions League
Yeah, yeah,
dimes.
yeah.
and they are drawing
Every
a
season.
crazy team. Now City
But-
over Madrid.
Yeah, you can.
Isn't Leipzig the team Man City gave like
Seven
sometimes
last
seven?
season, yeah.
But
And to
they're,
be fair,
they're still a hard team.
They're still a very good
Yeah.
team, but
They-
they took Vardiol from them.
Yeah. But they signed some good forwards. They signed that Openda guy from
Let me tell
from
you,
Salzburg. They signed that Xavi Simons.
Vanna
from-
went back,
from
right?
PSG. Yeah, Vanna is
Yeah,
there.
I want
Vanna is
that
there.
guy to ball.
Then there's
man.
some guy called Sesko. Some guy was being hyped some
I know
years
him,
back
yeah.
with Haaland. He's also there. They signed him.
Yeah,
When
I
Vanna-
say City Leipzig in
when
that
Vanna-
And like,
because
When Werner came to
isn't Leipzig
Chelsea.
the team that beat Bayern in the German Super Cup? That
Cup.
just
when
Yeah.
Werner came
The
to
guy is
Chelsea,
Olmo hat trick.
I thought he
Yeah.
was going to score like 40 goals, man.
bro, let me
Man.
tell you.
And remember the draft league we play.
You
I
had
picked.
him.
I was like, this guy is
Let me
going
tell
to
you.
ball.
If
If there's a guy who broke my heart, it was
was him.
Timo Werner. When he came to the
that
Prem,
guy-
I was like,
That
this
guy's like
guy
Richarlison, bro. Almost.
that guy is a baller.
Almost.
Timo
guy.
Werner wasn't that poor compared to like
No.
other signings they
No, I
made
think
that time.
he was never poor. He was just an almost guy.
Yeah,
Let
Do
me tell you,
everything right.
If
except-
offside
you
didn't
co-
exist in football,
Put the ball in.
Timo Werner.
but you would always cause havoc.
Almost guys
What
piss me off,
assists?
That guy would be more fast. You would make the
Upcoming.
perfect runs.
If
What
Timo
failed
Werner
to
was not
score.
in that team, we're not winning that Champions League.
Let's go through
I promise.
Man, I like
Anyway.
that. The team with Ziyech, Werner, and Pulisic. I was like, this
what a
Chelsea
team, bro.
team. This Chelsea
Those
team.
guys-
I
Did
had
was
that
super
draft,
made
actually,
together.
Draft league
Yeah.
pisses me off because of that. Shit, by the way. I don't know you guys
You
did
guys
talk
really
about
it's
that.
FIFA, bro.
Draft league is annoying.
Group H: Barcelona, Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Antwerp.
Yeah.
I
That
think
one's pretty
Barcelona,
clear.
Porto.
That one's pretty
bro.
clear. But Shakhtar can surprise.
Yeah,
Porto.
Shakhtar can.
But I think Shakhtar
surprise
is always
them.
going to Europa, man.
Yeah.
But Europa is a good competition, so man, these days it has like there is real honor in winning Europa. You know, like before guys used to troll, man. Your team is in Europa.
So
What?
now we just have
Now
to
you
troll
play
Conference League.
some serious teams to win that trophy.
Now
bro.
like how there's us people are saying Arsenal has a Europa group in Champions League. Those are serious teams.
True.
They belong in the Champions League, but guys also associate them with Europa.
Bro,
I think the other teams, Sevilla is the team that belongs in Champions League that has Europa teams.
but I'll say this though.
Maguire's
I still don't understand the
tired of
Conference
me.
League, bro.
Conference
How
League.
do you even qualify for the Conference League?
Actually,
guys are in
just-
the Conference
just
League
their
right now.
Conference League qualifiers.
You guys are in the Conference League right now.
No,
You guys are in
they
the
didn't
conference.
qualify.
Crazy, 12.
These guys are
Relax.
like
You don't have to-
Carabao Cup.
As we are cheating.
There are 8 English teams in Europe, and Chelsea and Spurs
are
are
not
not there.
among.
The 8
Let me tell you, I don't mind it. We
Aston
need it.
Villa,
We
Brighton.
actually need it, bro.
Alright, bro. I think that's that for the Champions League. Should be fun. Who's the first game?
Let me see. The
Also-
first game is on.
Predict your winners. Champions League winners.
Too soon. I want to see at least one game, bro.
Just wild card.
Maybe Man City.
Yeah, City I think are favorites.
City. Yeah.
I think that they're the only clear favorites because for them,
I think the fixtures aren't yet out, but
they're dropping. I think they're dropping today or tomorrow. Yeah, but I'll say City as well. What do you think?
yeah, I'd said something about
City.
City retaining it. So I think
City.
I just hope my team can get like a good run in the Champions League, at least quarterfinals.
No, but
Who's winning it? I'd say City. Your team gets a what?
a good run.
A good run in the
Good run
Champions
in
League.
Quarterfinals.
Yeah, because we have taken long without being there.
So then why are you?
No,
why
me
are you-
I expect to win.
Why are you there?
Me I expect to win Premier League.
Why are you there?
You prefer Premier League to Champions League?
Yeah, right now as an Arsenal fan, I would
Bro, you
prefer
can
taking
take
the
what
Premier
you
League.
take, man. Take what you take.
I don't
That's
think,
fun.
but the final is at Wembley. Should the final find Arsenal at Wembley? That's our second home.
It's a dub.
Just count our win already.
Maybe
You don't know who you're playing.
in FIFA.
Whether it's
Depends.
Barcelona, whether it's Bayern.
Wild take. I'm going to say
Yeah,
the
okay.
final. City. Okay.
United. I'm just asking.
Relax.
You said wild take.
You guys made a face. You guys made a face. Jesus.
I don't know. I still expect 2 English teams, bro.
Really? But what English teams,
Which
bro?
English team? The strongest
The
team?
only
I
English
would
teams.
say Arsenal, but like Arsenal,
I'ma
don't know,
thank you.
man.
Let me tell you the truth. The weakest teams in England qualified for Champions League except City. That's the truth. The teams that could have actually won the Champions League are not in the
there.
Champions League.
Liverpool and
Liverpool and
are
Chelsea
there.
should have been in the Champions.
So,
should
I
have
don't know.
been.
The current
should have
Chelsea
been
squad
there.
there in strike.
You refuse.
for me.
You refuse.
You know what's so crazy?
Liverpool pulling up with Endo in the Champions League final, no sir.
You know what's so crazy?
Liverpool,
Now
man,
we-
Liverpool, man.
Liverpool and Chelsea has never mattered who's on the pitch, bro.
Them they play. First of all, when
This
you're at
version of the
Anfield,
Chelsea fan,
No,
of
no,
the
and when you're at
Chelsea
Stamford
team.
Bridge, that's just
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
this
It's
current
just-
Liverpool is a bit different from the Liverpool we saw 3 years ago with like Fabinho, Henderson,
But
Wijnaldum.
Liverpool do this every time. They have some sort of consistency. 2006, they were like, this Liverpool team is not the same. They still built the team, won Champions League, won
I
Premier
don't think
League.
this Liverpool
Like,
side
they've done it
can
before.
compete for the Champions League personally, because their midfield. I don't think it's all. It's they needed a rebuild with like they lost Fabinho, Henderson.
Their midfield is lacking a bit.
Yeah, I
A
think
bit,
they needed
a
a
bit.
better number 6 than Endo, like Caicedo.
I also feel like, as people who talk about football, we always talk about it before it happens and not after. That's why I like looking at the past.
That's why we are here.
That's why I like looking at the past. Because you cannot say that their midfield is not as good, because even that Liverpool of Xabi Alonso and Steven Gerrard, people were like, this Liverpool team is not going to beat AC Milan with Inzaghi and Shevchenko and all these guys. It's impossible. But when they did it, Xabi Alonso's career, he became the best
Skyrocketed.
midfielder in the world. Steven Gerrard. So I think it's also identity. As a team, you have to have identity.
Yeah.
And once you first create, that's why my team just annoys me so much, because we don't have identity. Our team has
your team-
lost all the
Yeah.
identity that was
That has
built
yeah.
for so long has been lost.
So we now have an identity, but our
Where
identity is
I thought
just
Ten Hag had an
so.
identity until he put Mason Mount in defensive midfield. That's when it broke my heart. I was like, this guy is now just joking around.
But me, I'm okay with him making those types of mistakes now, bro.
yeah, okay, maybe.
I don't want to make that mistake when now we're at the end of the road, bro.
Because now we're in Champions League,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Arsenal's now in Champions League.
Yeah.
Arteta now needs to understand. Who is they should have playing Thomas Partey on at right back? What? Okay, you're trying
was a
something.
wild
Okay, you're trying something
move,
because
by
you
the
want
way.
to be different. That's what I say. So many managers want to. They don't want to be looked at like you're following maybe Mourinho's philosophy or Guardiola's philosophy. You're doing crazy things like putting. You have Declan Rice and Thomas Partey.
Play them where they're supposed
Why
to
don't you
play.
just play them where they're supposed to
Yeah.
play? It
I
won't.
agree.
It
Yeah.
won't. It won't hurt
Yeah.
anyone.
I think
if
he
you
just
just play
overthought
them
that
well.
game.
Yeah, I think he
He
overthought,
overthought
and I
that
think
game.
he's going
2
to
games,
he's
he's
going
done
to
it
correct
twice.
his mistakes
Nah, nah.
soon.
I mean, it's the beginning of the season. You can experiment. As Melvin said, like,
Yeah.
make,
You gotta do it now.
yeah,
Mm.
make
Before
those
there's
mistakes
anything
now,
at
but
stake.
playing Thomas Partey at right back,
I get the idea
crazy.
behind it, but
yeah, like
it
almost
cost us
like an
the,
inverted.
yeah, it cost
yeah.
us the first goal against
That-
Fulham. Like Ben
And
White,
that's
Ben
Fulham.
White went to overlap. Ben White was the centre
Yeah,
back. He
he
went to
came- he
overlap,
came to
left
overlap.
his position.
Yeah. Was that the
Partey
first?
didn't
That
go
was the
back.
first
Yeah, then
game.
Saka
Mm.
just passed it back
No,
to
the
Pereira.
Fulham game.
The previous game, Fulham, the
Even
first goal
though-
he conceded in the first
Even
minute.
what was the first game?
And Nottingham Forest.
Yes, that same game. Same thing. Ben White was, because Partey was right back, he would come into the middle, naturally where he's supposed to be. Ben White would overlap. And then he missed it. Brennan, that guy actually was signed for Tottenham.
Brennan Johnson.
He just because he missed a one-on-one. But that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I think
like, why are you
I think he
doing
needs
this?
to play Partey, Rice, and Odegaard in the midfield.
Actually,
he did it against
I like
Monaco
getting
in
this from
pre-season.
Arsenal fans. What do you think about Havertz?
Mixed
Guy
feelings.
just smiled.
Game week 1 and 2. Oh, thank you for Havertz. Thank you, by the way, Chelsea.
I'm going to defend Havertz
Week
like how
3.
Chelsea fans defended him
like
last season.
Of course,
like him
standard.
as
We have
well,
to-
bro.
we have to
I like
defend
him as
him.
well.
The truth, I think he needs some time on the bench. I think he needs some
Of
time
course.
on the bench.
I
Like he
agree.
needs to first, like they need first put him out of the
I
team.
agree.
Should be on the bench. I feel like we have enough
Like what
cover.
they did with Trossard. Like introduce him slowly.
Even Odegaard had some period in 21-22 season where he was on the
Odegaard's
bench.
first season was crazy.
He was on the bench for Smith Rowe.
I think it's the
You
opposite.
could see him.
Why?
I think it's the opposite because he's a wonder kid. That guy's a wonder kid. That guy made his debut for Bayer
It's no longer
Leverkusen
time
when
to
he
talk
was
about that
16.
wonder kid stuff. You're looking at him in the present.
Okay, he needs confidence.
Yeah,
Putting him on the bench is not going to build
no,
his
no.
confidence.
No, it's
I think
But
he just
in
needs
that,
I think it
to
will.
in that
no.
Arsenal
You can't
midfield,
put
the
him in the
game
team
by force.
at the risk of the team's results in the current moment.
I
I
agree.
feel like you need first phase him out, like play him in say the Carabao Cup games. Let him train. Let him get the
Play him
link ups
against
with.
PSV.
Let him get link ups with like the players, because for me personally, I don't think Havertz was that poor as against Fulham. Like people say, I think Arsenal fans are easily influenced by like Chelsea fans too.
I agree.
Because Chelsea fans be
I
like, I
agree.
told you so. I told you so.
agree.
We also
I
have
told
to
you so.
jazz.
I agree.
But I think Havertz was poor in that game because Martinelli and Saka were also poor in that game. Like there were some times when Martinelli was overhitting crosses, Saka was overhitting crosses. Havertz would be in the right positions, but they wouldn't find him.
I also think Arteta is the kind of guy to play Havertz.
Yeah, I think
single
Arteta will
game.
keep playing him.
Arteta is not the kind of guy to
Arteta is a bit,
play
Give
his- yeah,
yeah,
he's going to be like,
he's a bit
you will
stubborn.
play. I know what you need.
Yeah,
You will play.
but
that
I
game.
wouldn't start.
By
I would-
force.
I agree with you. He wasn't that poor. It's first of all, it's also just Chelsea fans.
yeah.
Bro, that clip of his misplaced pass, you have no idea
pass
how
even
many
reached.
times I saw it, bro.
The pass even reached.
When Chelsea, the guy was calling Chelsea about Kukurea.
Yeah, that Chelsea guy on TikTok.
When are you going to sign Kukurea? We've been waiting. Everything is done. Just come and buy Kukurea. Everything is fine.
But yeah, I think Havertz
Chelsea
needs
fans
time.
are idiots.
Like Arsenal
bro.
fans need to first forget about all this trolling on the outside and whatnot. Let them give Havertz time. He's a 65 million pound signing, and
Even Mount.
because I believe that
Chelsea
even
fans
with
have also
Havertz out
overjudged.
of the team, Arsenal can perform well. Like so,
Now for me,
you
that's
can give
my,
it time.
for me, that's my thing. My take on Havertz is the same as my take on Mount, and I like them both. I like them both in Chelsea, and I even like them both now. But they both should not be starting, in my opinion. I think that they just need to be introduced into a team slowly by slowly, man. And
Yeah.
find their
The thing
feet.
is,
Now
these
Jesus
guys
is back.
Started for
Play
Chelsea.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Let this guy come
Like
in.
I call him Jesus.
I mean, I call him Jesus.
Kai Havertz's spectrum of talent Mason Mount cannot even touch it. Like I don't know how to say it nicely. Kai Havertz,
They're two good players.
bowler. He's so versatile. He can play anywhere in his position. Front three, play him as a 10. Bro. Mason Mount.
I think
You first tell me what is Mason Mount good at?
Corners.
Actually, I prefer
You
the
tell me
type
what
of player that
Mason Mount
Mount
is
is to
good at.
Havertz is.
Yeah.
Havertz has so
They're
much
very
like,
different profiles.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Very different
Whatever.
profiles.
Good
profile.
this guy Havertz has so much baller potential, but the guy's mentality for me has just never
Yeah.
been like.
I think he's also like a confidence player.
He's not been.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he's
what
not-
I see.
exactly.
That's
he,
what I
needs,
see with
he
him.
needs to play in a system where you in Bayer Leverkusen.
But I think Arsenal is the
he
perfect team
was
for him to
trusted.
get that
And
confidence.
he was that's why he came for all that money. Mount came because Lampard got a job opportunity.
dead.
That's why he came from Derby. I swear.
Why you saying it like he was an intern?
He's like, man, I have my guy. I have to come with him. That's how Mount came. That's how people knew Mount. That's the only reason Mount is where he is. Havertz made his debut at 16, scoring 21 goals, 15 assists. You could see the talent in the boy. He was bought for 90 million. He's been bought for 60 again. Coaches buy these players for a reason. At that money, they see them. Mount.
This guy has an agenda.
No, but I'll tell you this. Before we move on to the
Manchester.
Havertz topic, I'll say they have for the past 3 years, they have all been starting for Chelsea, aside Mount last season.
Wasn't Havertz your top scorer last season?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
They have all been starting for Chelsea, and I feel like the bench will be foreign for them, but they'll need it.
Yeah,
for the
he
short
needs
run
some
at
time
least.
yeah.
They'll need it.
I feel like Havertz, the perfect team for him to like gain his confidence back, and is Arsenal.
That's true. Yeah, that
But
I agree. That
at the
one
same
I
time,
agree. I
Havertz
agree.
he's a German international. Like he's
a baller.
he was linked with Madrid before Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's
That
a
guy is
baller,
such a good
man.
player, man.
So there's something there. So
The other thing I was
Let's
saying
wrap up
is,
the Havertz just. What? How do we even get to Havertz like
I
this,
don't know,
bro?
bro.
he was
This
him
in
asking
depth.
me what do you think of
This in
Havertz.
depth on Havertz, bro.
Yeah.
The point is,
It's a
We still
topic
jazz.
every week.
Listen, bro.
as Chelsea fans,
We'll see how Havertz
we have
does
to
this
jazz.
week against United. I think that's what we need to discuss
I
now.
think that's the main topic.
Manchester United versus Arsenal.
That's why we
The
actually
Kampala derby. What are you guys thinking, man? Where is it? At all? Where is it? Who's
It's
problem
at
is-
Emirates Stadium.
Yeah.
Whenever
Emirates.
Arsenal is playing, there are no borders at my border stage.
See, bro, no one can get anywhere, bro. No one can get
So it's
anywhere.
forgetting where you're going before
Down
the
is
game.
empty, bro.
The guy's going to tell you, but don't even.
Yeah.
Don't call
This
out.
game has caused more death than like Ebola, bro. More guys have died of this derby than Ebola, man.
Yeah, bro.
What are you guys
Arsenal.
thinking, man? United, Arsenal, how did you guys do last week? Who has the momentum coming into this
I
game?
can't predict a team with no identity like United.
Listen,
It's
man.
I
like
think-
drinking water from a sieve.
Yeah.
It's just pouring, you're drinking.
Bro,
you're
United
how
is
can
such
you
a
expect
wild
any
card.
returns? Yeah.
In this match, they're either going to do poorly or shock us.
I think
And
in
it's
such
crazy that I'm
games-
saying shocking us is winning.
No identity.
in such games, I feel like form goes out of the way a bit.
Okay.
Like it becomes all about like
Stop
Who wants
playing.
it more,
the
bro?
name of the fixture, Arsenal
Yeah.
United.
Yeah.
That's how Harvard scores the brace.
You
So
know, that's
anything,
what
anything
happens.
could
That's
happen in the
exactly
And
game.
how-
Hoyland comes off the bench and scores two.
That's the kind of.
But
And then he gets injured.
I think it will. I think this time Mateta. I think he's going to change something within the team because the previous performance wasn't good. I feel like someone will be
Performances.
I feel like Gabriel will come back into the team. I feel like Gabriel will come back into the team and
Gabriel Jesus.
Gabriel
Gabriel.
Magalhaes, the centre back.
Can't say that guy's
He hasn't
name,
started any. He hasn't started any game. Yeah.
What's the beef?
Um,
What did he do? Did he do something
apparently
wrong?
apparently nothing. When they asked Ateta in the press conference, he just said that Gabriel knows why he's not playing. Like whether he understands it or not, it's up to him. But he knows why he's not playing.
Wow.
When they asked sources next to Gabriel what's going on,
He
he
has
said
no
nothing. Like he's just out of the team. But then some other people look at it like on a tactical perspective because in Ateta's new system, this one with Partey at right back, he didn't fit in like with he didn't fit in as the central centre back, like where Saliba is playing. He didn't fit there. He didn't fit. He's not a right-footed guy where White is, and he's not a left back like say Kivio. So
I don't think he would be bad in that position.
Which
I
one?
don't think he would be bad playing like on the left.
yeah,
Because he's not slow.
Who was
no,
your
Gabriel?
when against Forest before Timber got injured? Who are the other three?
Tomiyasu.
Ben White.
Tomiyasu came on for Timber. Partey was right back. White
White.
was with Saliba.
Centre back was Saliba. and
Yeah,
then
but like it's like
Mike,
Saliba is the one in the middle. It's like Saliba is the one in the middle, and then White is a bit too much on the. Is like
Like a
even
fullback.
even overlaps.
fullback,
Then
yeah,
Partey is like in midfield. So
But
now
also
that remaining spot
I
there,
do
which
not
is like a left
understand
left
the
centre
system
back,
again.
left
because I
back
think also
hybrid.
Saka
left
comes
centre-
back a lot to help. So Ben White is basically, but I also think Ateta is playing mind games because he puts Partey in right back, but
Yeah.
Partey basically
He
helps
takes up
the
those midfield
to
positions.
compact
I
the
won't lie,
position.
I
Ben
don't
White comes
understand
and then
coaches
Saka
nowadays.
comes.
Yeah,
'Cause, like-
coaches want to overcomplicate things.
For example, when Pochettino says he's playing a back four, we are seeing 5 defenders.
You
I'm
see
like,
Chilwell,
bruh,
Chilwell
why is
in the
Chilwell
box.
in the box, you guys? Now, why is Partey at right?
That's why I said
Yeah.
they're trying to. They
But-
don't want to use philosophies
Guys,
that
they're
have been used.
mind
They want
games,
to.
bro.
They're trying to change. Like they're trying to make football modern. They're trying to progress it. They're trying to take it to the next level. They want to use the same tactics that were used when you said
Sam Allardyce, 4-4-2.
Conte, you knew 5 at the back. You know you got back 3, 2 full backs.
But I
Back
think
3, 2
Gabriel will
full
get
backs.
back into the team this weekend, surely. What else? I think Jesus Jesus will be on the bench.
You don't think he starts, eh?
I don't think he starts because he only got like 10 minutes against Fulham.
Ketia
And
starts.
I think Ketia is in good form, so he's going to get the start.
He was
Even
called
got
up
his
for
England
England.
call up.
He deserves it.
He deserves it.
He's bad.
Havertz,
For sure.
Havertz,
like, because there's still that midfield three that needs to be.
yeah, I feel
addressed.
for me personally, I would go with my midfield to be. I would put Gabriel back in the team. I would put Zinchenko on the left. I would put Ben White at right back. I would put Saliba next to Gabriel.
Zinchenko on the left, so that's
Like
against
that last
Antony.
season's back four.
Yeah.
Last season's back four.
Yeah.
Then in the midfield, I would put Partey in the 6.
Rice.
Rice on the left-hand side of the 8. And then Odegaard on the right. Then I would put Saka on the right wing, Martinelli left wing,
Ketia.
and Ketia up front.
I'm
That's
with
like
that.
a very solid
I'm
team.
with that. That's your best team.
That
That's
should
a
be the
normal
team.
That should be the
Yeah,
team. But
that
the
should be
guy
your
is
team.
But
But the guy is
I
stinky.
wouldn't be
Over.
shocked to see the lineup. There's no Gabriel. Partey is at right back. Havertz is in the 11.
But just devil's advocate. Sometimes they don't put players like Gabriel because you look at the team you're playing. Sometimes coaches pick lineups specifically for certain teams.
Yeah.
Gabriel is erratic.
He is.
When you're erratic
He keeps
against
like a
Anthony and
blunder.
Rashford,
He keeps like a blunder in him.
who are like quick.
True, but
He-
also
so you're just like-
Zinchenko also happens to be one of those.
He's not as good defensively.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying now he has to balance. So if you put Zinchenko and Gabriel and they're both like that, you'll be
They're
like
both in the midfield.
exactly. They're both going
Rice.
to just be erratic. So sometimes I don't blame managers. But now surely against like the first game of the season, Nottingham Forest, I don't know why he
You
did
don't
it.
play your best team.
Yeah,
bro.
why don't you play like Partey where he's supposed to play?
Experimenting, I guess.
I don't know.
I would
'Cause
love to see Rice in like that number 8 role. I'd love to see
he's
him
supposed
there.
he's getting forward more. He takes more shots. He's playing a forward
I
role
want to see him
properly.
drive with a ball.
Yeah, and now if he has Partey there, oh my God, Declan
But
Rice.
Ketia is definitely bagging a goal. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I put my money on it.
Better put it.
Okay, how much?
Better put it while the cameras are on.
I won't put it on one of those
Ketia
companies.
I'm sure Maguire is going to start.
United.
Maguire might start and
There's
then you
no
just switch off the
chance.
No,
TV.
I think it will be Lindelof and
Lindelof.
Martinez.
Martinez.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Then
Lindelof,
like
Martinez.
crazy
Dalot
that
and
Lindelof
left
is
back
still
and
in
one
United.
Bissaka.
and then
at right
Tottenham's
back.
ex-girlfriend might even start for us.
No, I don't think he will go straight
He
into
said
the
he
team.
said he's
Sure
already
is-
training.
Shaw is,
Yeah, but I
Shaw
don't
is,
think he
and
will
that's why he
start.
signed him
Because he hasn't
surprised.
even been playing.
because Malacia is injured, Shaw is injured,
They'll play Dalot at left back
and then one
Bissaka
Bissaka.
at right
But
back.
Dalot
I'm not
played.
mad at that.
I also don't mind
I
that.
feel like
but
that's your
Dalot is
best.
too attacking.
That's, yeah.
Like
Bro, that's crazy. Dalot
Needs-
against Saka?
no,
Yes,
Dalot
yes,
is
yes.
against
Who
Saka.
do you
That
think
too,
plays
and he's
in
too
that midfield?
attacking,
Casemiro, Eriksen, and Bruno.
which is
Comfortable
what
with
we
that.
should have done.
Yeah, I'm
Do we
comfortable
have to
with
wait for injuries to make a proper lineup?
I'm comfortable
Ten
with
Hag.
that.
But with
Please.
Ten Hag, I'm not even shocked if, like, what's his name?
McTominay. I'm not mad at
Scott.
McTominay and
Me neither,
Casemiro.
yeah,
I'm not
me
mad at
neither.
McTominay and
Like
And then
Casemiro.
who plays forward for us?
Martial.
Rashford, Martial,
And
and
one
Anthony.
Sancho.
Martial
Anthony.
was shit. In
Sancho
the
I don't
should,
think Sancho
Sancho
is
should
playing,
go and
bro.
play at Golazo. Shout out
Sancho.
Golazo. That's why he should be playing 5 aside.
Sancho and Anthony,
that's
two
where he
hideous
belongs.
twins.
Bro,
Sancho.
when the funny thing is, when Chelsea was saying they wanted Sancho, I wasn't mad at it.
No one
Sancho
could have
is
been
a
mad
good
at it
player.
at the time, bro.
No,
Sancho-
I mean like this week before Cole Palmer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mad.
Sancho is supposed to play 5
Sancho
aside.
lacks intent.
5
That
aside.
guy lacks intent. That guy is.
Yeah, he just lacks
He's so
like-
timid, bro.
He's not. He's a guy who should just play to just so that guy remember that
he's
he
a
played.
good player. That's the thing.
The guy plays around the game, bro.
Yeah, he's just.
The guy
The ball will find
he
him.
takes no
What
responsibility, bro.
He doesn't have any kind of. He doesn't. Roy Keane says they don't play for the badge.
I remember he scored
They
us in
just-
pre-season. You know, United beat us in
Eh.
pre-season. Some Gabriel mistake, Sancho latched
That's the first time Sancho has shot the ball above his knee level.
Yeah,
First of all, Sancho plays like his feet are connected to his knees.
yeah.
He has this part doesn't exist.
Straight, bro.
Like he's just it doesn't move.
I think there's a player in there. I think he would work like in like a Man City team, like in that Grealish
Yeah,
position.
Yeah, maybe.
That's he needs
Mm.
teams there where you don't need help, where you have a spine. He needs teams where you have people. That's why even Casemiro is getting tired. Casemiro is 33 saving our team. You know Casemiro holds our team on his back.
That guy should be played
midfield.
Salo for
Does
2 days.
Amrabat get
he's like
into
that.
United's 11 like immediately?
I think so.
In whose position?
Eriksen.
Mount Oh, Ericsson, whoever was playing.
This kid just day one mount.
Next to
I'm
Casemiro.
saying
I don't know
where
what.
Mount-
My
where
thing is, I
Mount
don't know
has
what
been playing.
Amrabat plays like. I don't know what he plays
He's
like.
a CDM. That's
He's
the,
CDM stroke CM. So
yeah,
6,
but he
8.
has been playing CDM for like even
So what?
World Cup. He was in.
Do you
he
play
was
with
a
two CDMs?
Yeah, so
Like
I don't,
double
does it
pivot?
take
Than
Casemiro
Bruno?
out of the team?
Maybe
Or-
not.
I think it's like a. I don't know if. Can United play a double pivot?
Is he the guy to receive the ball from the centre backs? I don't know.
I
Like
don't
Enzo
know.
type, eh?
Cause
Yeah,
see,
yeah, like Enzo.
Casemiro actually attacks a bit, bro.
Yeah,
he attacks
Casemiro
quite a bit. He
takes-
gets himself in good attacking
31,
positions.
bro. How
That's
long?
why I think that we might play
31,
with two
33.
CDMs.
He's 31.
How long does he keep it up? That's the thing. And also, his red card is near.
That's too near, bro.
That's the thing.
And it can happen in a game like tomorrow's
Yeah,
game.
just
Yeah.
as-
Sunday,
Wow.
Sunday
That just
game.
tackles like Saka
Properly,
from right
bro.
back.
Yeah.
He's one of those. But
Okay, you guys don't want to talk about last week?
Last
What
week,
happened with your teams last week? I mean, United, we came back from
Chelsea
from
was the
two
first
down.
ones to
Chelsea
play.
were the first to play.
That will come later. Will come later.
Yeah, I mean, between Arsenal and United, because one's playing next.
Arsenal, I think we have already talked like
You already said
something on it.
everything you needed to say about yours. Do you have anything
don't-
to say about ours? Nothing to say about
Unless
ours.
we got 3 points, man. That's
We
all.
really
Yeah.
we should have won that game after going 2-1 up and like Fulham getting a red card. They got a red card when we were still 2-1 up. Then
Yeah.
Arteta decided to protect his
Lead.
lead. He removed Odegaard and put on Jorginho. Before he knew it, Adama Traore was causing some havoc there on the wing. And then
Jorginho
they equalized. We couldn't find the winner. Though I was impressed with Fabio Vieira. He's coming off the bench. He has been a backup, but he came on and he was like our best player on that day. So he can have an impact off the bench. We can now know that even though Odegaard is off the pitch, Fabio Vieira can do something. Even Katie as well changed our game. I feel like we always have a goal when he's on the pitch. Actually,
is one of those.
I prefer him
Ketia
as
is
my
like
nine to Jesus, honestly.
Really? That's
But-
mad.
Mm.
That's mad. That's mad.
Yeah.
Ketia is just one of those players, bro. He's like a utility guy in that team.
And he gets so much slander. I don't know why. People call him a tap-in merchant, but his game has really evolved.
But he has been there.
Yeah?
That's the thing.
That's what he's supposed to do.
He
He's supposed to
improved
score
his
goals.
game. He has hold-up play. He links up well. He can get an assist. So I'm looking forward to seeing him start the game.
For me, I have nothing more to say about United. I watched that game with this guy actually.
I saw you guys-
Game was,
and,
game was,
I've never looked
our
at two men.
problems were not in the game.
No.
Our problems were not about the game.
Nah.
Our problems have always, like I said, all our signings, the lineup from the first game to last season. Our problems are not. They've never changed. There's no difference. Our problem has always been in our midfield, our back, our CDMs. We fought. 6 years. I'm tired. I don't know what else to say. We play Mount.
But
we
you
play
must-
Fred.
you
Look,
must-
United is very
Every season we
predictable,
play
bro.
the same.
You
That
must
is very
give the team
predictable.
credit
If-
for that comeback.
If Bruno is balling,
Yeah.
that team balls.
The team balls.
That's it. That's all there is. If Bruno is balling,
And
everyone follows
And
with him.
the problem with United is that only one person is playing to win. So you can't expect him to play to win every
Always.
game. Because now it's a waste of time. This is the same shit that happened to us last season. The season before, like I said, the players they're not playing. It's like Sancho comes, he plays one day. Rashford one season, he wants to play. The next season, he doesn't want to play. Like, it's never... The United I was used to was a United where when you're playing, when you're watching United, they are going to play
playing to win.
every game. Even if we lose, 18 shots, 18 attempts, 5 on target. Like, you see that
Luis
you watch
Saha
the
is
game,
just going to score
you
some
know,
random
you
thing
just
you get.
watching like City. Even when City lose, you can't be mad because everyone on that pitch. First of all, I think because for them they are getting 200 SAO every week.
That's not it.
I don't know what it
That's
is.
not it. That's
But
not
they are
it.
playing to win. He's buying guys who are like, we have to win, and that's United's problem. That's Arsenal's problem. That's for me. The players are they're not playing. There are few Arsenal players who are playing to win.
Sure.
I feel like
Don't put Arsenal in your things.
I feel like
I disagree.
you guys. How can you tell me that a team is kawa when you've never won a Premier League?
No.
You're in
Why you
history
basing
mode.
it on that?
Because that's what I'm trying to tell you. Every year it's the same team. You see, if we had this conversation 5 years ago, you'd say the same thing. I think this Arsenal team is Kawa. Last season, when you guys were second,
I think
you
you're
would say
wrong.
the
I think you're
same
wrong
thing.
about it.
Like
last season, what would your honest prediction have been for us?
You should have won the league.
No, at
You
the
should
beginning,
have
before a
won
ball
the
was
league.
kicked. Before a ball was kicked, did you expect Arsenal to win the league?
That's what I'm saying. It's not about almost. You always talk about
No, I'm not
almost
saying
players,
almost.
almost teams. Arsenal is
Did
an
you see that-
almost team.
Did
Arsenal
you see the
wasn't
team we lost the league to? It was like the team that won the treble. They won the Champions League.
But you see, my problem
For me,
is
that's
the
not my
excuses. My problem is the excuses. You always have excuses. Every year, there's an excuse. The team was young. The team was this. Why don't you win the league?
Yeah, but
and then
for me personally,
you talk about it and say, last season, this was the problem we needed to fix. Or if you win it this year and then you don't win it the next year, then you say last season this was the problem because you won it before and now you've not. But you cannot tell me
I feel like we have
that
addressed
every year you say the same thing. Those are excuses.
No.
If the team
you
is
can't
good
say
enough
every year,
to win,
but then when we finished 8th, before we finished 8th, then 5th, then now we are second.
even as you finish second against the same City team, you finish
it's
second,
like
almost
no,
the same.
it's like you're
same
ignoring the progress that the team is making just because they didn't win the league to a City side. Arsenal had 50 points in 19 games, which was one of the best stats to a
and then
season.
what? Almost team.
Yes, and now after that, I think you're talking about like what do you do after like and I feel you address the issues at hand, and Arsenal has done that.
How? We have no. Every time it's Liverpool. Let me give you an example of Liverpool. Liverpool, the season before, lost to that City team. The same Guardiola best City team. Do you know what they did the next season? First of all, they won Champions League. The next season, they won the league against one of the best City teams we've ever seen.
We are on game week 4. How do you know they won?
Because, like I've said, every single year, even like last year when this was happening, the year before, 5 years ago, Arsenal has finished second multiple times. Same as United, by the way. I'm not being biased.
How long will
Every time people start a season, because you want to talk about something that hasn't happened, it's easier to talk about it because it hasn't happened. But let's talk about what has happened. It has never happened.
How long did Liverpool take before winning that trophy?
Yeah.
How long?
That's why I said when you win it, then you can go back and say at least we did this right this time.
So
So build on that.
So we can't live in the moment
We
and
cannot
see the
live for
progress.
20 years. How many years are we going to come every year? The same as United. It's now that 11th
I don't know why
year.
when you mention
excuses.
Arsenal, you mention United.
Do not
we have
compare
different
Arsenal right
problems.
I know we have
United.
different problems.
Do not.
What I'm
Different
saying is
problems.
the excuses are always the same. Today it's this coach. Tomorrow
But
it's this player.
for me personally,
and yet you know what you
But
have
do you
to
know
fix.
Arsenal fans this season? Like, if you talk to an Arsenal fan, they're full of confidence about the season.
Even when you were 5 years
Yes,
to
no,
the
but
end of the season,
you're
full of confidence.
talking about like they're not confident. There's always an excuse. But this season, if you talk to Arsenal fans, even you know how people are putting expectation of winning the league. Arsenal have spent 100 million on rights. They should definitely win the league. Arsenal fans are like, yes, bring it on. We are going to challenge for the league like last season. We could even win it this season.
But that's hope.
No.
It's based on what they are seeing in
Now
the
while
team.
you guys' blood is boiling, I want you guys to make your predictions. So I want you guys to predict while the emotions are heightened.
For me, I can tell
Prediction.
you that it can even end 0-0 for like man. Those teams are
Yeah,
just.
okay. You don't give a
I'm
damn.
tired.
So are you
Honestly,
okay?
I'm tired.
Nah, I want Maguire to go.
For like,
I think Arsenal, United hasn't beaten Arsenal at the we have a good record against United at the Emirates. Haven't beaten us in the last 5 Premier League seasons at the Emirates. So
Really?
yeah, 4 wins for Arsenal, 1
It's a
draw.
long time.
you see,
1-0 draw.
past matters. When you're making predictions, that's what I'm saying. You think about what has happened before. Because even me, I'm like, the chances of us beating Arsenal
At the
are
Emirates are
very.
So
very
I feel
slim,
like if
man.
Arsenal really turns up to the game, we should win we should get a 3-1 win.
3-1.
Yeah,
3-1.
3-1 because we never keep clean sheets at the Emirates. We just play. We even concede like we are the first team in Premier League history to concede
But you
3
guys
goals
concede
in the first
in the
minute
first minute.
in a year.
That's so crazy.
Against Southampton, against Bournemouth, and recently against Fulham. First minute.
Mad.
So
2-1.
we play like
2-1.
I'm going 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal.
I feel like United will turn up. I don't know if they will turn up enough. I feel like Arsenal, while they are a good team, you've addressed issues within the squad, but your coach is still experimenting. You should first relax.
I
So
agree.
If
I agree.
they turn up, maybe 3-1 as I said, but I say 2-1. Because also, in as much as the team has played, a full season together, with all the experimenting, you can never know. I mean, he might go back to the same team and it's a bit different. So,
but I know teams evolve. Like how City used to be, like a team which uses out and out pace. That time when they had Sane, Sterling, Aguero, they won the league using pace.
just pace.
Yes. Then they, after some time, they won the league using false nine. They didn't have a striker. That time when they were linked to Kane, and they didn't get Kane.
But they also have a lot of
they
money.
won it that way.
And they gave Guardiola all that money to just waste and spend.
Yeah. Now
Arsenal is not going to give Arteta all that time
Arsenal
and
is
money.
backing Arteta.
I mean, I know
We
they
have given
are,
him
but
time
they
and
don't
money.
have that money.
But his
We have
point,
given
his
him the
point was
money.
the team's evolving.
Yeah, I'm just
Not
saying
the
teams
name.
evolve. But then even last season, now City used their pure nine, like Haaland, without pace on the wings.
How long has Guardiola been at City?
Like 6
He
years.
joined in 16-17.
Like
And
6,
16, 17, he was, first of all, he joined a super team already.
No.
Almost.
He finished third in his first season
No,
and he had
I
taken
said
over
he
from Pellegrini.
He joined a Pellegrini team that had won
No.
the league. Yeah,
Had they won the league?
Pellegrini won the league.
Pellegrini won the league before he left.
He won the league. Actually, Pellegrini
But
won
he
the
had
league with the
aging
highest
players,
point total.
Zabaleta,
With a
Sanya.
he had the highest point total. That was a
Kolarov.
super team. Yaya Toure, those guys.
No, it was Pep who had
Aguero.
the 100
I'm
points.
saying Guardiola joined a team that had won the league with the highest point total ever.
No, wait. 16, 17.
15-16, who are the champions? Weren't it Chelsea?
Yes,
15
but the
Chelsea
team
was
that
14,
the
15.
team that Guardiola took over, they lost. I think they lost that season.
Chelsea was 16, 17.
But the team that he joined was the team when they won the league with Pellegrini. They had the highest point total ever, and they had money and they had backing, and they've given him all this time and all this money for all this long. Whether he finishes fourth, whether he does this,
That's what they're doing with
he's
Arteta.
been doing it. Are they really?
Yes, they're backing him.
They have.
They've
They
backed
have.
him.
We'll
I've
see.
given him time. He finished
They
8th.
have, bro.
Finished
See.
8th, finished 5th. They've still
They
backed
backed Emery.
him. No, they didn't back
They
Emery.
backed-
They chased Emery away after one season.
We'll
They
see.
didn't back him. They were
We'll
giving
see,
him
we'll
weird
see.
signings. Lichtsteiner, Socrates.
But I think
remember the days-
United and Arsenal problems are above the coaches. I think it's the
Arsenal
yeah.
not complaining.
Arsenal is
Arsenal
very
love Daddy
different,
Kroenke. We don't care about the Glazers and all
Anyway,
that.
Melvin, your prediction for the game.
I've told
Listen,
you.
bro, me, I think it'll be a 1-1. I think that both of the teams are.
Yeah. You're not confident enough for a win.
No, I'm not confident enough for a win. I don't think we've had like a blazing start enough for us to come to Emirates and win. But because of what I saw from you guys last week, you guys were at the Emirates last week as well with Fulham. Yeah, what I saw last week, 2-2 against a 10-man Fulham. I don't know. I'm not expecting a thrashing like a 3-1. So I'll say 1-1.
3-1 isn't really a thrashing.
It feels like a thrashing.
goals
United-
are more
United
big.
3-1.
I'm saying 1-1.
1-1.
Saying
I also
1-1.
think it's going to be a draw.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
All right, Chelo, what are you saying?
Now we had a good game against Luton.
First win of the season.
Yeah, we had a good game against Luton.
Sterling.
Sterling was doing his thing, bro. You know, in the first game of the season, I said Sterling nags me. The past 2 games, I'm like, bro,
Has been balling.
whatever you talked to
Actually, I
Pochettino
even
about.
think in that first game he was balling, bro.
Yeah,
I don't
even
know, he-
for me, man, against
bad
West Ham,
luck.
he was causing
It was
problems
bad
there on
luck.
the wing,
Yeah.
on the right wing.
This is the thing. This is the thing about Sterling. In the first game, why I said he nags me is he has those flashes, then he starts overthinking. See, the past 2 games, just get the ball,
Yeah,
go.
wasn't thinking, bro.
Go.
Yeah,
Just
drive
go.
at
No
the
thinking.
defense.
These things of like he would stand there, look, pass back to Enzo.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing in the first game.
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
nags me. Like it wasn't progressive. But now I
on
feel like
some
there's
good
been a
form.
switch up.
He
Also, the
was even
first
unlucky
game.
to miss out on the squad, England squad.
Yeah.
I feel like he should have been there.
Bounce Calvin Phillips. Anyway, I feel like I feel like in the first game he was also playing in the pocket. Yeah. But now they have shifted him to like wide wing.
Yeah.
He's literally on the touchline. So he was balling. Nicholas Jackson also got his first goal of the season.
I like Jackson. Very
Jackson.
good player.
Let me tell you, I know people are still saying, well, other fans, because Chelsea fans, we are convinced. But Jackson is my striker, man. And we just have to back him because he's the only striker we have, to be fair.
Who do you guys play this week?
Chelsea play.
With Aston? Who are we playing, actually? I have no idea. That's crazy. Who are we playing? But also,
Chelsea have a good
the
team.
3-0
Chelsea play
the 3-0 was
Nottingham
against
Chelsea
Forest.
have a-
Oh, yeah,
At
Forest.
Stamford Bridge.
Bro, Forest's first 4 games have been insane, bro. Arsenal, United, Chelsea. Who else they play? They won one.
They had a game with
Like
Sheffield
Sheffield, yeah.
United.
And Awoni has been.
Balling.
Aoni has
Great.
scored in,
Guy
I
is
think,
on fire,
every game.
man.
he has scored in his last 7 or 8 Premier League games.
Man.
He's now the African scorer in the most consecutive games. He's the first
Well done to him,
African
man.
scorer.
Where
in
is he
those.
from?
is in Nigeria.
Wow.
They have Aoni and Osimhen.
Man.
And Alex Iwobi is going to Nottingham Forest.
He will be signed for Fulham.
Sorry, Fulham.
Fulham.
Yeah. Fulham. 22 pieces. Iwobi
I
has
respect
also had
that.
us.
That guy's bastard.
Everton, I think Everton is getting relegated, honestly.
I think so too.
That was
True,
their
I think
best
so too.
player.
I think so too.
And the guy played.
We are playing Forest.
You're playing Forest.
I'm going
Prediction.
2-1 Chelsea.
2-1.
2-1 Chelsea. Yeah.
Mad.
This is the thing.
Because they've been playing well.
Forest is
I
a
think another
good
3-0.
team.
Another 3-0.
Forest is such a good
They
team,
have
bro.
confidence.
I think Chelsea will wipe them.
Yeah.
I
I
also
think
have-
another confidence now has grown.
I
don't
say
know, bro.
3-0. I say 3-1.
I said 2-1, and this is why. You see how Arsenal is experimenting. Chelsea is experimenting, you guys.
I feel like
Yeah,
your
but-
new players have to gel in and all that.
Yeah.
Bro, Half-Baked United came back from 2 goals down against that Forest team, man. I think you guys will
washed them
will
3-0.
beat
I know, bro.
Mm.
I think my prediction is 2-1. And this is why. We played midweek also.
Is it a Stamford? Sorry.
We
is it
beat,
a Stamford?
Yeah, it's at Stamford Bridge.
We beat Wimbledon.
Yeah.
2-1.
2-1.
Enzo got his first goal.
Oh, was it? No, it was a goalkeeper mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, go. And then Madueke scored a penalty.
Madueke scored a pen.
Chelsea's team is good. I feel like they just need time. So I still
think so
say
too.
2-1.
You guys were very impressive last weekend. Very, very impressive.
Cole
let's
Palmer.
let's
Palmer in. So yeah.
let's breeze through the other games this weekend. I see Brighton Newcastle. That should be like
That's
the
a
game
hot
of the
That's a
weekend.
good game.
That's a
That should
hot
be that game of
one.
the weekend. Brighton is at home.
That's a hot one.
That's a good
Predictions
game.
for that one.
Ansu Fati
I
gets
think
injured.
Newcastle. I think
As a sub, in the 98th minute.
He comes on 90th minute, 91st he's injured.
I think like a 3-2 win for Newcastle.
3-2.
Brighton are at home though.
Yeah.
How
Brighton
Brighton
lose
lose
last week at home?
Yeah, they lost
they
to
lost.
they lost to
West
West
Ham.
Ham at home. I think Newcastle win.
FPL, bro.
You hate
Because they have Pop in goal
yeah.
and Mitoma. So I'm just
No,
Now for me, I approach this game week with like 5 players from both Arsenal and United.
yeah.
So I have to choose a side.
Literally.
Like, it's also-
Brighton Newcastle.
Retire from FPL.
I expect Newcastle to.
Retired.
I expect Newcastle to win.
Okay.
Partly because I also beef Brighton, bro. Taking
Okay.
too much of our money.
Okay.
But I'm going 2-1.
2-1.
2-1 Newcastle. Because I think after Newcastle's past 2 results, they want this win. It's like it would be like a statement win. If this is Brighton, they're good, but we're still good. You know?
That's so interesting, bro. I have Newcastle losing.
Mm.
I think Newcastle pissed me off against City. So I have them losing. I think I have them losing like
They pissed me off against Liverpool. Let's start from there.
yeah, and they also lost against Liverpool. So I think I have Newcastle losing 2-0.
2-0.
I
Yeah.
think they're coming with beef now.
You think so, yeah?
They're like,
Because
we've
you a
been
win.
fighting with ballers. Now we've
My
come to
opinion.
these
Now
guys.
come to you
But
guys
Now
every
we've come
day,
to you
man.
guys now. Hey, let's show
Lemon.
you now.
Alright, now my prediction remains Brighton 2-0. You
I think I don't know, but if you're a betting man, you should put a Newcastle
on
win.
Newcastle.
There's another one of, I think, Liverpool, Aston Villa.
Liverpool,
It's a
Villa.
good
That's going to
game.
be a good game.
Even that.
Really good
Villa
game.
a wild card this season. Villa
Yeah.
and Brighton.
Yeah.
Villa on form. They have made very good signings. They've signed Pau Torres.
Yeah.
Today they signed
They won
Clement
3-0
Lenglet.
yesterday at
They've signed
their
Tielemans.
conference
Mm.
league.
Aston Villa team is good, man.
Looking good.
Musa Diaby. Very good players.
They're playing really well together, man.
Very well.
Why don't those smaller teams? Why come the players that go to those smaller teams don't need time to gel?
Because
The guys just join and start
They give them the
There's
freedom.
no pressure.
To,
Yeah, you get the freedom
express
to do it. There's no
themselves.
pressure.
Okay. Maybe so. Maybe so. So predictions for that one?
What's that? What's that?
Liverpool,
Liverpool,
Aston Villa
Villa.
at Anfield.
But no,
Anfield.
Liverpool is Liverpool.
Liverpool
A
dub.
big team is a big team. That's
Liverpool.
what, that's what,
2-0.
I think.
That's a
I
Liverpool.
think 1-1.
1-1.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
No.
Over 2.5.
The thing with Liverpool is even if Aston Villa came with a low block, Liverpool just has that thing, bro. Salah.
A big team is a big team.
Yeah, Liverpool showed so much dog last weekend, you guys. I have them
I
winning
wonder
like
if
3-1.
Nunez will get his start.
It's going to, I feel like it's going to be because Aston Villa are going to come in with confidence, and that's where they're going to be like, please, we're
If
not
Liverpool
we're
continue
not at
doing
the
what they
same
did
level.
last weekend with Nunez, just putting the ball to him wherever. No, bro. Liverpool are winning that game.
Yeah.
I say 3-1.
But also,
I think Salah
I don't
scores
think-
as
I
well.
don't think Nunez-
They have a Nunes off the bench.
Yeah.
I
They have-
don't think Nunez
Yeah.
gets that space against Aston Villa.
We'll see.
Newcastle
he
were
doesn't
being
start.
very, very
I don't think he's.
You don't think he's starting?
I don't think
he's
Nunes starts.
starting. Scoring a brace off the
Van
bench.
Dijk is not playing.
I don't think
He has a red card.
Yeah.
And Konate is injured. I don't know if he's fit again, but he was injured.
That's tough.
So it's probably Big Gomez and Matip in the defense.
When Trent was called up for England, he was called up as
a midfielder.
Six. Yeah, called up as a midfielder. So,
but I'll say this: in that game, we were seated with a Liverpool fan, and the guy jammed. That was a red card. What do you guys think? The Van Dijk thing.
Oh, that was a red card.
I think it was a bit. It looked harsh, but I can understand where he comes from because, like, the tackle itself wasn't violent conduct. The one where if you get a red card, they give you a 3-match ban. It was more
goal scoring
opportunity. But now some people look at it and say it wasn't a goal scoring opportunity.
It was so clear to me that it was a goal scoring opportunity.
He still had some space to run it, and there was a defender probably coming to cover, but I feel like if he had beaten Van Dijk, it would be a goal scoring. In my opinion, it's a red card because it was a last man challenge.
How about the Trent one?
Trent, the
shot pull?
They gave Tomiyasu a red card for a similar thing. So if they are keeping the same energy, I think it's a second yellow, but I don't think it was a second yellow, honestly.
Because that was the goal, right? When he pulled the shot. Because
Trent,
it was on Gordon. Yeah.
Like you're meaning like a straight red?
No, I mean you already had the yellow at that point.
You already had the yellow, but no, it was on the wing there. There was still some players to
it was
beat.
before the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was just I think Trent shouldn't have been sent off. I think he did the right thing. Just because the first one, I don't think it was a yellow.
But the yellow cards this season,
he literally just he like threw the ball back in play. He didn't throw it aggressively or anything.
But the yellow cards this season are crazy.
And they gave him a yellow card
for blinking.
I feel like players sometimes have these natural reactions that referees are just protecting themselves more.
And the game is
played 200.
The game is emotional, man.
If a guy fouls me and I ask for yellow, like I feel like it's natural. But now you do like this.
If you flip it on the other side on refs and you ask them, imagine this guy broke my leg and my career ends, and then I ask for a yellow. And then you don't get, and then you give me a yellow card, and then you go, you see VAR. But because my leg is broken, me I've gone. For you, all you have to do is just give him a red card.
Imagine
for me, that's my entire
the last game
career.
you ever play, bro.
Yeah.
You have a yellow card.
So when someone fouls me badly and I ask for a yellow, how can you say that's a yellow card, man? I feel like this is my career.
I think the new yellow card rule is crazy.
Yeah,
let's call them as
Trent literally just
MJP,
threw the ball back in play. He just threw it
I love
back.
the MJP.
Fix your thing.
They're trying to protect themselves. Even this thing of like second yellows, which turn into red cards, not being checked by VAR.
Yeah.
Like for example, Tomiyasu's thing, he didn't really foul him. Like if it had gone for a review, they would have removed that yellow card.
I mean, that's the same argument fans had with Van Dijk. It wasn't reviewed. It was just a straight red.
Yeah.
But also, in their defense,
No, but Van Dijk's thing was reviewed.
Their rule is,
Yeah, they said VAR has checked and they agree with the
their rule
decision.
is it has to be
Because it
clear
was a
and
straight red.
obvious, and they keep saying that. So that means that it could be 50-50. They could have an opinion, the ref could have an opinion. But as long as it's not 100% they feel, then they'll never overturn it. So like Van Dijk, you can't know what the player was going to do after he got the ball. He was clear through to goal,
So
like
it's
he
a
could have
red
scored. Yeah, he could have, he couldn't have. You can't say the defender was coming, that's extra.
I don't
He
know.
had an opportunity to score. He got a red card. I mean, if he fouled him before, that's why did he foul him? Should be a better
There's
tackler.
some red card which I've only seen once in Premier League history. It was the season before last. Martinelli blocked someone from throwing the ball back in play quickly. So that's a yellow card offense.
Yeah.
But he managed to throw the ball. So the ref blew for advantage. So the guy continued attacking. Then Martinelli chased him
And tackled.
They
gave him two yellow cards in one play.
They gave him 2 yellow cards in one go. And it has never happened again. It had never happened before. Michael Oliver.
But yet that's
so
valid,
funny,
bro. That's
bro.
valid to
It,
me.
make, it makes sense,
No,
yes.
yeah,
But
it doesn't make,
it's
even Sterling one time, he scored a goal that was offside. It was against Bournemouth. But when he scored the goal, he removed his shirt. but he was offside.
But they gave him a yellow.
They gave him a yellow.
Imagine
They gave
getting
him
a yellow for a goal that's
They gave him
cancelled.
2 yellows. So the first yellow, that was the first yellow, him removing his shirt, and then he celebrated in the crowd. But the goal was offside. But they gave him 2 yellows.
That's
So he
what
still went on.
No,
So now that was like the goal wasn't counted, but I've gotten a yellow for celebrating with the crowd. Something he did,
Bro,
celebrating with the
The
crowd.
refs, and you also had the, what's this guy's name? Mike Dean. You had his interview about how
that one I said like where they pulled Kukurea's
hair,
I
and
think Romero.
Yeah, and he refused to
And
review
he
it
refused to refuse it because like this guy
he's
is
friends with
his boy.
with Anthony Taylor.
Yeah. Even Mark Clattenburg
Yeah.
said Roy Keane used to. There's a time he saw it was a goal kick, but Roy Keane shouted at him, and he just had to give the corner.
Bro,
And these guys are
I
releasing
don't
this
get what
stuff
the referees are
normally,
doing.
man.
And I think it's because they have retired.
Yeah,
Probably. Because
no,
even
Yeah,
when
like when you
Clattenburg
retire, you can
came out
admit
with-
all that stuff.
But Clattenburg's
I think
wife
against-
supported United. I can't lie. There's a game against Chelsea where they cheated.
Bro.
They cheated. They gave Torres a yellow card for 2 yellow cards for
And the
just
thing
That
is,
which I'll never forget is Van Persie against Barcelona.
where he couldn't hear the whistle. Yeah, I remember that was
He
also.
kicked the ball like 0 point something seconds after the whistle was blown, and he was given a second yellow for that.
And he was like,
Hey,
"Are you not seeing the 80,000 fans?
Fans, you
here?
can't even hear that
First of
whistle.
all, you're in the box presence. For me, I'm here.
I just wonder what, because it's like the referees just get a pat on the back with his mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, even like a 1 week game suspension is
Yeah,
still a
there's
pat
some guy
on the
who
back.
there was a guy who was removed, like they removed him from his job, I think, Arsenal Brentford last season, where Brentford scored an offside goal, and the guy said they forgot to draw the lines. You remember that?
Bro.
Yeah, now that guy, they
in
removed him
Liverpool?
from his job, but then they brought him back this season.
Look at that.
They like first protected him
That's
for some
insane,
time.
bro.
Refs are
That
like
is
policemen, man. They always protect
Anyway,
you.
me, I just know
for
as a
real,
ref,
protect the badge, bro.
you
Police,
have
as long as you have the
job
badge there.
security.
As long as you're playing for FIFA,
Uh,
you're refing for FIFA, they can never do
Listen,
anything.
guys,
to
man, we need to wrap this up.
Yeah.
We didn't even get a chance to do FPL today, but we will do it next week. Thank you so much for coming on the pod. You said everything you needed to say.
Melvin isn't done. Like, we move.
He has to run. He has some runs.
No,
But
it should,
we'll
be,
see,
it should be
we'll
a fun weekend. The good thing is that by next time you guys come, we'll have more context, bro. There'll be more depth to the league. We'll know who's doing what. So
Now we're
guys
just
can
using
really
last
say what they
season
need
and
to
8
say.
years ago.
There'll be none of that jazz. Now we'll be using the history of the past few games. Yeah, man. And on that note, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.